Don't you want to know why we keep starting fires? It's my desire.
It's my desire.
Danger, danger! High voltage! When we touch. When we play Danger Girl for the PlayStation 1. Hello, Charky. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, Cass.
Hello.
So which one of you was Jack White in that?
Not me. I call not me on that one. Yeah, welcome back to episode 2, presumably the last episode of our playthrough of Danger Girl on the PlayStation 1. Developed by N-Space and published by THQ in the year 2000. How you doing today, you two?
I threw out my back. So
Always
I
good.
am ready to do all these jumps and flips and dives and shooting and freezing to death.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good. Tomorrow, I've got to start the process of fixing my passport because I don't have valid ID. That's the whole thing.
Well, I'm holding up all right for my part. Ready to get back into this game. When we left off, I didn't completely hate this yet. So there's still time. We still got 3 hours for it to completely sabotage itself.
We had the last level we did, the ice level. It's a pretty poorly designed level.
It wasn't good. It wasn't enough to bring the whole game down. So I'm still holding on to that hope.
Jadariel says, I retained zero information about the plot of this game. Nonetheless, here I am. Okay, plot. Nazis. Okay.
Good. Yeah, that's pretty succinct. Thank you.
We're just stopping Nazis. Not even fake Nazis. Real ones.
Speaking of succinct, we have a segment on this show that is always succinct and concise and does not go over time. And that is, of course, Charky Stream Snack.
Alright, tonight's stream snack is Pretzilla cinnamon, sugar, and cream cheese pretzel bites. Now, I had these before on the show. I thought they were a little subpar, more or less. I felt like I was being lied to by the way that it was packaged and presented. But this time I did something a little different. I melted some butter, and I kind of lightly brushed each of them with butter. And then before I put in the oven, I did salt them. And they taste pretty good now. I would say I kind of wish they would have had maybe a bit more cinnamon flavor and a bit more cream cheese on the inside. I think I could have gotten around that maybe a little, one part of that at least, if I had some cinnamon sugar to kind of sprinkle on top. That
It certainly helps.
But they're better now. So go figure, adding butter and salt, like two things our brains are hardwired to think taste good. Something makes it taste good. So yeah, these are pretty good. I thought I was gonna have them all like right before the show, but that's actually I forgot. Pretzels are filling. Pretzel stuff is kind of sits heavy on you.
If you say so,
maybe
I can go to town on pretzels.
Oh, I could too. Oh, here's the problem though. Before that, I had a gyros. Had a big old gyros for dinner, so I don't think I can follow that up with like a dozen pretzel bites. So that's gonna stretch out over the course of the show. The drink, which I hope will not stretch out over the course of the show, is Alani Nu Hawaiian shaved ice. This is the last one I have in this particular pack. For whatever reason, they only have two, at least as far as I can see in the stores, there's only 2 different types of variety packs for Alani Nu that are like the full-size cans. So I kind of wish they would do more. I kind of wish they'd do more flavors in general, if only because I'm running out of energy drinks at the moment, and I like Alani Nu. So I know you just did your Valentine's Day stuff, but hey, maybe you could invent Valentine's Day 2?
The squeakquel to Valentine's Day? Yeah.
Yeah. What are y'all having? Cass.
Sure. You know, I'm just having my Monster Energy Ultraviolet. But earlier today, now that I'm on the West Coast, Best Coast, as some may say, I have access to Dutch Brothers. And I usually wouldn't. I'm not the biggest coffee drinker in the world because it just doesn't work on me. I enjoy the taste well enough, especially in iced coffee. So today I decided to get a, they call it the 911 on their drink menu, and it is 6 shots of espresso and some other stuff in there, and I got 32 ounces of it, and I drank it within the span of 30 minutes, and I gotta tell you, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling a thing. Was not feeling a thing from it. It was nice. I enjoyed it.
What part of that makes it a 911?
Presumably because if normal people had 6 shots of espresso,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
they'd probably be like climbing up the walls. But as for me, it was just a tasty little beverage. And you know, the roommates are big on coffee, it seems. So I will be drinking more in the future, going down that menu. How about you, Johnny? What are you drinking?
I have more of my pumpkin spice latte sachets. I'm 2/3 of the way through them now, but that's still like a lot left. And just small snacks today. I have a pepperoni barbecue pork stick. That's kind of, you know, similar to the jerky stuff before. And just a banana. Keep it light. You know, we're doing field work today with the Danger Girls, so
Very
yeah, that's it for me.
good.
All right. Well, I think that will do it then for Charky's stream stat.
Well, thank you very much again for the updates. Speaking of updates, it's time we update this screen to the 4x3 screen and get the game underway. Bear with me for just a moment. I hope I have the same audio levels as last time. Have I hosted a stream since last time? Oh, the Casual Monday. I think I did
Yes.
Casual Monday, so the volume levels
And Cursed Kart Racing.
Oh, yeah, so we're definitely out of whack. I'm definitely have to re-level this. If I was a professional producer, I'd have made a note of what the volume level of this game is generally.
Magic Meow says Dutch Brothers, an Oregon institution. There are some in Louisiana. Anywhere near where I live. So, unless I have a reason to go to Baton Rouge again, which I don't think I'll be having any.
Let me try -10 instead of -12. Yeah, that sounds good.
And also, honestly, if I'm going to Baton Rouge, I'm getting the CC's coffee.
Swiss 2, that's us. We'll let this intro play out again. Because I like seeing CJ. If you don't remember, this is based on a comic book. This character does not appear in the comic books. An invention for this game.
They needed a girl. You can't make a video game without a girl for wrench.
You know, that's very true. So many games would be improved by just putting a girl with a big wrench in.
That's why they had to add a girl to the latest Ratchet and Clank. Had to finally make it a good game.
It's about damn time, if you ask me. Has Gadget Hack and Wrench appeared in a video game? Oh, JC, not CJ. That's right, that's why we were making JC a bomb jokes last episode.
There's those like Chippendale games that were pretty widely beloved on NES. I'm sure she was in there in some degree.
Then she totally left me out in the cold, literally.
Understood. JC has some explaining to do upon her return.
And it better be good or I'm gonna kick her.
Can't have swearing in a T-rated game.
No problem. It'll be nice to hear what Abby says once I show up with a souvenir from the actual dig site.
But that was
Now-
the end of her thought. It's just, I'm gonna kick her.
You know, I mean, it's descriptive. It gets the point across. You know what I need to do? I need to look at the controls again. It's
All right.
attack, jump, action, crouch, walk, strafe. Okay. Lucky it's simple controls in this game. I think there is some nuance with, like, wall leaning.
Yep.
Yes, you can do that. There were a couple
Yes.
of like extra things we were discovering last time, but they weren't stuff that you were really incorporating into the gameplay.
It's the 180 turn, which is double back.
There's roll into a wall, which we did a lot of, actually.
And we'll continue to do.
Yeah, 180 turn seems like the good one.
Oh, I see a chest. Is there a hole in this fence? Or we have to come back
I'm sorry.
to that later?
I'm sorry. Whichever one of you is breathing very heavily in my right ear needs to stop right now. That is messed up.
How do I get that chest? Now, if I recall correctly, headshots are really the way to go here.
Yeah.
You never listen to Bad Game Hall of Fame streams without headphones on. It's you're missing out.
Oh, now I hear it. I didn't know. I thought you were like, no, that's like a pan flute that you're hearing, Johnny. You're
No,
like,
no,
oh, now
this-
I hear it.
Fuck this.
Yeah, no, just every so often, just a vocal stem of someone just
Whoops.
going, ah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
one way to
sorry.
fuck this. Right, no checkpoints in this game, no mid-level saving.
I mean, who needs them? Certainly not me. Right, I forgot you have to toggle the first person or the enhanced aiming mode.
I like this dark industrial remix of Inca People.
Looking for a place to go. What's the use button? Is it circle? Can I climb the fence, maybe?
Circle, triangle. I do remember when you did the ledge grab, you mentioned having to hold square and circle.
Maybe that's not for you. Have you ever thought of that?
That, or do you have to jump from those crates?
Yeah, it's definitely jump from these crates. Fuck. We'll also get my platforming
Can't
legs
you
back.
mantle in this? Maybe not at this
I don't
angle,
know
but...
Don't know about mantle. You can ledge grab.
Oh my god,
this is not the way to do this.
I'm just trying to jump forward. Oh, I see. Okay. Huh?
Not like that.
I really think you'd have better luck just going from the ground and doing the hop.
Yeah,
and
just
grabbing,
grab it. There you go.
Oh, aren't you two so clever?
Locked. Need gas. Out of gas.
Grenade launcher. See, that was worth it. I assume.
Alright,
Oh,
looking
no.
forward to you not using that.
How do we get out of
Or
here?
using it and immediately blowing up.
Unless there's something down here? No. You know what game I've been playing recently? In my free time, I've been replaying Final Fantasy VII Remake since I picked it up on PC. The last time I played it was when it came out on PS4. And, you know, magic still works. The swelling music, the production value, so on and so forth. Sometimes you just need...
Stories just as you remember from 1997.
You know, I mean, the good thing about that, the remake, the best thing about it, is that it actually gives characters characterization. Novel concept. That didn't really exist in the original game. I mean, there were attempts, sure. But,
They let certain characters live past 5 minutes of screen time.
another novel concept. I know there's going to be a guy around this corner. I have to go into fine aim mode. Jesus wept. Alright, I want a redo on that.
I don't know. You might have just done better just to run up on him.
Maybe you should have used a grenade launcher.
You know? Why not? Let's give it a test run.
A lot of ammo for it.
I mean, it seems pretty handy for now. It didn't have the lock on. I wonder if that was just a distance thing or... Wait. See, it's all coming back to me.
Maybe also switch away from the grenade launcher before you open up this particular door, which might be okay. I'm just saying, I saw the world in which a guy was right in front of you and you blew yourself up.
It's pretty effective for those two. But if I can score some headshots in the next...
Speaking of headshots, is that what I think it is? It sure is not. I thought it was going to be a sniper rifle.
You know, they gave us all these weapons that we had in the previous mission, the AK, the shotgun. They could have just started us with those weapons in this mission.
No, the immersion. The rich narrative would be ruined that she came in here.
This mission is SOP.
Yeah.
We're secret agents. We're very stealthy. And I guess we're as stealthy as James Bond ever was. A character
I was just thinking...
who this game makes open acknowledgments and constant allusions to, as does the comic book.
So I was just thinking earlier today, by the way, that you were talking just now about what game you were playing. Have you played any more Dark Messiah? You end up finishing that?
I didn't finish it. I played a little bit more of it. I got up to where the you're fighting some sort of dragon. That's probably not super specific. There's probably multiple dragons in that game if I had to hazard a guess. Man, I sure
found
could
some
use
sort of
another
Messiah. Darkish one.
This is already a little dicey.
Yeah.
Great. Shotgun. The worst weapon in the game, by far.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's a cozy fire in there, though.
Just be glad our health isn't draining, like in the previous ice level, the previous cold level.
Thought to bring a code with you for this one.
Wait, where did my radar go? I must have somehow deactivated it. For the purists
probably when you
out
switch
there.
over to the, security card.
I didn't even remember it was like a thing you had to have active. We just had it.
Hold on, let me just
Maybe if
test.
you warm up by the fire, you'll get cozy and get your health back.
You can't mount it. You can't put your back up to it. I was hoping to pull a golem and just self-immolate.
Babook.
I did make a sound clip for that. We didn't add it to the soundboard, but
No, it's weird we didn't mention it, but I probably should have mentioned that the name of the baddies in this. Nice. It's a Pink Floyd reference. No, I'll give him credit for coming up with a new logo.
Hammer.
Yeah. It's the pseudo fascist imagery from the wall.
oh, that's that movie that the Nostalgia Critic reviewed, right?
Yeah.
You remember that part in Nostalgia Critic's review of The Wall where he characterized Hammer as people who cancel other people on Twitter?
Yeah.
Ow.
Fucking embarrassing.
I just ate that grenade head on.
And then the whole final act of that thing, which was just horny furry stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the one part that people liked.
Yeah,
even though
because
it
had
also
actual
sucks.
production value put into it.
Yeah, that
Also,
was
it
some
had
other...
horny furry characters, which is probably another part.
Yeah, it was some other animators, animated show characters.
Satellite
So that was-
City. I do happen to know what that is off the top of my head.
Burn down the Satellite City.
Where the furries are hot and the munchers are pretty. I'm assuming that's a theme song to that show. I never watched. I never will.
Pretty much. I should show it to you sometime. You'll hate it. You'll absolutely hate it, because I do too. The thing is, the thing that's the worst part about it is the one human being in the show. He's fucking insufferable.
I picked up a
Oh,
drill.
it's got a drill, yeah.
Hey, Joey, when you gonna drill me? Grand Theft Auto 3, the height of cinematic storytelling and dialogue writing. I always love referencing two things in GTA 3, and they happen within 5 minutes of each other. It's Misty saying, "Hey Joey, when you gonna drill me?" and the spookometer that you find in that game.
You shot the light out. That's messed up.
Wait, can you?
Just on. Yeah, that's what you did. How uncouth.
A pickaxe. It's not quite a wrench, but it'll have to do.
It's what you use as a weapon. I know you went to check.
No such luck.
Yeah.
It's a minor thing, but I'm really noticing this level that the early gimmick of having the character reference and react to the things you're picking up just completely. They just dropped that.
It's a
Yeah,
shame, too,
we
because
mentioned that last time.
we mentioned how useful that can be in a game like this.
Yeah.
Where you're maybe not always paying attention to the notifications that say, you pick this up. So I equipped a heavy machine gun, and it does lower your move speed, which means that it is advantageous to B-hop while we happen to have it equipped.
Yeah.
Okay, so clearly there is something I need to interact with somewhere around here. But they don't give you maps. They give you the radar, but they don't give you a map. And boy howdy could some of these levels use some fucking maps. Like, I'm assuming that, you know, that between the pickaxe and the drill, we're gonna, like, bore into some wall here.
Yeah. Okay, there's a little.
But if it's this wall that has like a misaligned texture, it's not.
No, that's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little worried there's going to be some sort of pixel hunt thing going on with the pickaxe.
I already opened that one,
Oh,
yeah.
maybe this game has geomod.
Oh, it could have been an innovator
wherever.
in that
Maybe,
way,
yeah.
Yeah, directionality, not this game's strong suit. I have a deep fear that this is going to become like Wolfenstein 3D, and I'm just going to start activating every wall. Just... Oh. You can tell it's cinematic because they dropped it to a cinematic frame rate here.
The number 12 unit is fully crystallized, sir. We're prepping it for extraction and transport to the processing center. It's free now. Looks like a high-yield pocket. Probably lots of pure crystal inside. I'll have the boys round it up before we clear out.
Someone tell the cave to put more fiber in his diet.
Easy peasy. Hey, this MG is pretty good.
Yeah, I do love how casually she's able to wield this thing.
Now, I thought we were finally going to get another one of those QuickTime events that we haven't seen since the very first level of the game.
How funny would it be if there's just none of those?
Just
They
the
just
one.
did it once and they forgot they had it.
My assumption is we get one at the end of the game, or we never see it again.
Well, yep,
Pickaxe
mine it.
needed.
Bingo. Next stop, the processing center.
I love mining for green crystals in Danger Girl. Inspector Gadget will be taking over the playthrough, by the way. At certain points.
I don't remember who I was watching, but I was watching someone stream, and they referenced, you know, I love mining brown bricks in Minecraft, and like I got flashbang. Like someone else, like of course someone else remembers that, but like it's such a At this point in time, that just exists in my head as an us joke. That I forget that it was Mike Matei and that everyone fucking knows who that is.
Yeah, no, it's turns out that Angry Video Game Nerd was pretty popular at a moment in time.
Yeah.
Popular enough to the point where Mike Matei was also popular. Popular enough to post his dick to Facebook or whatever, however that story goes.
I don't think it was that. All I know is that the dick is out there somewhere.
Oh, fuck this.
It's like a teaser for a horror movie poster. The dick is out there somewhere. ... In theaters, August 8th.
I do kind of wish that this game would just, if you have the thing in your inventory, let it just use the thing. I don't like having to juggle this shit. Speaking of juggling, how do I...
I get a feeling in this era it was considered, like, immersive.
Right. Patrick Meow says it was Reddit, and it was someone else's dick pic that he stole a photo of, so he plagiarized.
Oh, no, that's messed up. Whose dick is this?
So I opened the elevator. That's a great first step.
Okay, what if instead of that, you need to open up, like, the hatch?
Escape. Oh, you know what? Good call.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
That's a little vague, though.
Open. Secret hatch.
It'd be one thing if another fix you recommended last episode, if they had like floating arrows above the things that you could interact with.
If we had our 10-year-old son who like told us the solution to a puzzle if we were there for 10 seconds.
There's a video I know how to look up again. That is very Tomb Raider. There is some stuff in Tomb Raider, even at its peak, that is exactly like that. It's just, this thing's not marked. And it's something you have to do that we've never communicated to the player before, so figure it out.
I wonder if any of those bullets hit. Probably not. Gotta keep checking corners like there's gonna be hidden items and alcoves and stuff, but it ain't that kind of game.
Sometimes is. It's happened more than zero. It's worth checking.
Getting framey again.
Yeah.
That must mean we're close to the objective. Or to more than one enemy.
No, I think it's the glass that those things are made of.
Oh yeah, like in the previous ice level where we talked about how these transparency effects, you know, it's nice, but it's too expensive for this game in terms of eating into whatever budget. RAM budget or whatever else have you.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have to switch away from
I'm
this
trying to
heavy
imagine
MG.
in my head what the whoops. I'm trying to imagine in my head what the modern day remaster of this game will look like, or remake.
Well, they'd either go the croc version of the gumbo method.
I'm sorry, say that again. Say that. What's the subtitle for that game?
Yeah, what was it?
It was it gumbos? Glumbos? Flimflams? It's something.
Chucky, don't tell them. Make them figure this out.
Look, I'm not getting off my ass.
Hey, Croc, come on down to the bayou. Learn the legend of the gumbo.
I actually have a copy, but I ain't getting off my ass to go, look.
Furkung says Flimbo's Quest. I have a wild-ass story. I was talking in the server once, and I was just making fun of microcomputer games, as you do. Specifically, like, kind of like the names and box arts they have. And I was like, I don't know, there's some guy I'm sure his favorite game out there is like Flimbo's Quest or something.
Yeah.
And someone, probably Bob in the server, said like, do you mean this? And it was a link to like a box art of Flimbo's Quest. I swear to God, I've never seen that in my life. I just made up a name off the top of my head of like, this is probably some stupid microcomputer name.
Hell yeah.
If you say it, you will conjure a cassette in the year 1983 for the Spectrum or Amstrad CPC. Whoops! Well, I sure hope I didn't just fuck the entire mission up by stepping off that platform too early.
I do.
I don't know. Let's see.
That came down in a special cutscene when you rounded a corner, so...
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I'm going to say that, actually. I've not noticed any areas where there's those kind of silly soft locks. Actually, they're mindful of it. The closest story after that is the first time there was a period where I just messed around with Family Tracker for a while. And I made really dumb, god-awful song, the first thing I made. And I came up with a stupid, like, European-made game name. I called it Glam Trot's Adventure. I was like, yeah, that sounds like a name of, like, some British guy made for their, like, 5-person made, like, 8-bit game.
And then it turned out it was real?
Nah, I don't think Glam Trot is... Well, let me check if anyone's ever used that term.
Yep. The objective is still escape.
I search it and it's like, did you mean Glambot? That might be a Johnny original.
Fence?
That might be it. That might honestly be it. I'm hoping that's it. Oh, yep, there we go.
Do this on foot.
I would assume that this lady could hotwire a vehicle. That seems like it would be in her skill set.
I'll wait until the cutscene's over before I say what I was going to say here. How bad?
This might be one of those dialogue-less ones where it cuts to the whole bunch of text we gotta read.
Yeah, looking like it.
I love this swaying camera.
Oh, we still gotta read the text.
Danger log. Though JC was able to escape the deadly Hammer Ice Fortress unscathed, she may face even greater danger here on the yacht. Abby's wrath. Abby has good reason to be angry. After successfully infiltrating the Swiss mansion and stealing the machine's encrypted coordinates, she was counting on JC for a quick getaway. JC carelessly abandoned Abby's rendezvous point in order to secure a sample of the machine's second fuel. Her success in doing so is the only thing keeping Abby's fists from meeting her face. After analyzing the second strange fuel, we've been pointed in the direction of the third, an odd metallic idol which currently resides in the heart of a London museum. With Abby assisting Valerie in pinpointing the machine's secret location, I had no choice but to send JC along with Sydney. I only hope JC's learned from her mistake. I await their transmission and expect retaliation from the Hammer. Signed, Deuce. I had a fisting joke lined up there, but I demonstrated some restraint.
Steal a sample of the element. I can assure you it won't happen again.
I'm sure it won't.
Aw, man. They're gonna hate me for this.
Oh, my butt!
A new girl? I see Deuce wasted no time in finding my replacement, Major. No matter.
That was my butt. Why did you hit my butt? That's not even gonna kill me.
Have you selected a volunteer to undergo the transformation?
A volunteer? The Hammer is one step from victory. With the third element in hand, the key, we will unlock the machine's awesome power. I want it now. Dispatch Assassin X.
They're like 2 elements behind the cutting edge here.
Sydney Savage in Museum Mayhem. I have to assume that most people who bought this game had no idea about the comic book. Just saw Danger Girl, saw the advertisement, saw buxom babes with guns, and bought the game on that alone. I would have. At the time, I absolutely would have. So, like, Natalie or Natalia or the lady who is working for Hammer, who is a Russian, that we just saw in that
Yeah.
previous
In
cutscene.
position, Val.
Great work, Sid. Okay, first task. Install the security camera override trigger. Without it, you'll have a tough time moving around the museum undetected. The main communications panel should be near the entrance.
Right, I'm on my way.
Try to steer clear of the security guard, Sydney. If you are detected, do not permanently harm them in any way. Use your tranquilizer dart gun if necessary. But remember, your ammo is limited.
You can also use your knockout gas emitters. Attach them to the central air system to incapacitate guards near other vents.
Gas. That stink better not stick to my leathers.
Wow, this really is that mission from Agent Under Fire, huh? All right. I was going to ask, like, can I use the whip? Does the whip count as lethality against these hapless guards? And we still have the world's worst sniper rifle.
I was going to tell you that going and buying a video game solely based on hot girls on the cover shooting guns is how you accidentally end up buying Gunbird for PS1.
I'm not familiar with that one offhand.
You're familiar with Mobile Light Force?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about. That's the localization where they just put hot girls like on the cover who have no appearance in the game. Because
Yep,
it's
and it's
very
just a
much an
shmup.
anime shmup, yeah.
Yeah.
They said my ammo is limited, but then they gave me 50 fucking bullets for the dart gun. So I don't know, seems like I'm going to do just fine. There's probably not more than 50 enemies in this.
I was thinking at the end of that level
Ay, ay,
how
ay.
you chose not to like hotwire the car and just walk. And like I don't know how far JC thought she was gonna walk. I was playing Ridge Racer 4 last night. For the first time actually. And you know the intro to Ridge Racer 4 with Reiko Degassi.
Mm-hmm.
It's like classic intro. I realized I don't know what she thought she was doing because that intro starts with her in her apartment, and then she's walking down the street, and then she's walking through a tunnel for her like high heel breaks.
Kill me.
And then she walks into a countryside vista and all that. Was she walking like 50 miles to work in high heels? Was that her plan the entire time?
You think a girl who's around race cars would have a car of her own? You think a race queen would?
Yeah.
So
She did eventually get one.
I looked up, there's a fan theory, in fact, about her, that the intro to Ridge Racer 4 is canonical, and getting picked up by that race car driver is what reignited her love of race cars.
Well, that's some
After
fanning.
Ray Racer.
I'm assuming this is where I can deploy gas.
Mm-hmm.
Stim pack. I wonder if that is like a heal on the go, like we've been requesting there to be in this game for a minute now.
It was just a Yankee Candle I put in there. Holy shit. Expect that to do that.
Hello.
Can you shoot through it? Yeah. He couldn't see you through the wall, though, is the thing.
All right, time
Yeah,
to
I was worried.
hopefully not get the alarm set on us again.
Oh, sleepy Bill. He's always so sleepy.
I'm
Anyway,
not surprised. Being away, I'm relieved.
This is supposed to be a stealth mission, by the way. The
Yes.
alarm went off
Yeah,
last
yeah.
time, and they sent guards after us. So, hoping to not repeat that.
use the remote control on the T-Rex to bring it to life and have it, like, kill everyone.
No, fuck this. Hold on. I want to see something before I proceed. Okay, no, he's just going to walk, and I can probably pop this shot here. I was going to lean against the wall and see if I could peek it. I'm sure I'll get an opportunity in the next minute or two.
Magic Mouse says, I love stealth missions in games without discernible stealth mechanics. Well, okay. We do have a radar with vision cones on it.
Yeah,
We
and-
do have
and,
the
like,
ability to shoot me
awareness.
against walls.
Yeah, and there's even the like crouch walk.
Wait,
Fuck.
you mean the duck walk?
I want
Yeah.
to test this. So shooting it obviously didn't do shit. I was hoping to take out that security camera. What else can I do here?
You have that grenade launcher still?
No, the JC has that. Do you think is this going to turn the alarm on?
Okay, Val. I've installed your security camera thingamajig.
Cool. Now you can deactivate nearby cameras with the remote I provided. Just remember, the effect is only temporary, so you'll have to move quickly.
No problem. What's next? Time to kick some butt?
Not yet. Locate the main security grid and install my...
I love this lady's authentic Australian accent, by the way.
Override some of the museum's more sophisticated security
she's really
measures.
trying.
More security? Okay, where do I find this thing?
Probably in some kind of maintenance room.
I'm on it.
Be wary, Sydney. Though Valerie will do what she can from here, you'll surely encounter even more security measures throughout the museum.
Even more security? I would have never guessed, Deuce.
Love this banter. Huh?
Up.
Huh?
Excuse me, checking for my shift. Do you have the,
Oh, great. That actually set off the alarm, by the way. Fuck that. I'm absolutely cheating at this point.
Yeah, that
But
is
first of all,
very
use the
mean.
remote.
What if he was on patrol during the cutscene happening?
I mean, that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Okay.
turn that camera off. Gotta keep my eyes open.
Sorry
for
about
those.
this, folks. I need to.
Huh?
You need to leave us hanging? You need
I'm assuming they
I
stepped
need to
away
use
for
the
a second.
bathroom.
Seconds later?
Ah, there we go.
Okay.
See, I guess it's just a matter of keeping the remote control out, turning off the cameras as we pass by them. You know, so big red button. Whenever I see a big red button in a game like this, I'm always thinking of like GoldenEye 007, where if you activate the alarms, which are big red buttons, you just activate the alarm on yourself. You basically tell on yourself to all the enemies in the level. Huh?
I prefer it in games where... Huh, wait, actually, what happened? Did you press a button to make this work?
No, this kind of just happened.
It's interesting that it's only happening in this room, as in you can see the lighting in other rooms isn't this. Which makes it seem like it is a local phenomena. Is it like you turn off the lights? Or...
I have no fucking idea. You know what? I bet I tripped some sort of laser. And I wonder if that fucks you up for the mission. But let's see. Let's find out.
Okay, where did this happen? I heard...
I have a hunch. Yeah, fucking
yes.
of course. I don't know, I would have had like a voice line say like, I should be careful in this room. Something tells me. I clearly jumped over that.
Side flip. Nope.
This is worse
That
than that
actually
level
even
from
looks
Angel
worse.
of Darkness.
Wait, Angel of Darkness. Is there something you can climb up instead?
That's what I'm thinking.
No. Good thought. Wait, that one. No, wait, that's a wall. Never mind. And you're also getting shot at anyway.
By who? From where? I don't see them on the radar, so therefore they are invisible to me. You know, fuck this whole room. Whatever's happening here, I don't like it one bit. Do I have to go this way? I know we opened a security gate. Maybe that was the one from upstairs. Maybe I can just circumvent whatever that room is supposed to be. God, I certainly hope so.
I've, always wondered, like, what security camera stuff is actually like when you have a place where there are constant cameras. Because you have to assume that there is someone watching the cameras, right?
It's a safe
Like,
bet.
someone's job is to sit there. If, like, a camera were to, like, go out, like, say, a stealth spy action hero lady, whatever, comes in and, like, remotely turns off a camera, would the guard actually be like, hey, somebody better get a look at this. We got a camera out in Sector 3. Or do you think he'd be like, shit, God, okay, whatever. I guess that one's not working today.
Yeah, they really take a lot for granted in these sort of stealth games as far as how Johnny not on the spot security guards would have to be.
I'm actually curious if in real life they're that not on the spot. If in real life that you have one of these super heists where there's like they're looping camera footage, they're putting a post-it over like a camera so you can't see it, and all this weird stuff. The lasers go out in one section, and how much a guard would actually be like, okay, I need to get on this right now, or how much they'd be like, I mean, I'm playing like Bejeweled on my phone right now. I can't be bothered.
So, by the way, I figured out that up there...
And jump down.
Jump down.
Oh, never mind.
Doesn't this remind you of Angel of Darkness?
Yeah, we said that already. Fuck, I chose the wrong way. I went in the wrong direction because I'm directionally challenged. Okay, can I... From the other end...
Tesla says, you work night shift multiple days a week, you'd also be less caring about stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Alright.
That's a risky jump. I wouldn't have gone for that. Nice work.
Well, you could say I'm a danger girl. And that I constantly put myself and my character in danger. Okay, so I deactivated the goggles, and now I can see those. I activate the goggles.
Oh, there.
And now they don't exist.
In the other room, they were infrared lasers. These are extra red lasers.
Yeah, these are the movie ones.
What?
Oh.
God, what's gonna happen when the cutscene ends? When reality comes back in? Oh, get ready for some action.
Oh my God, they remembered.
Yes. What's the movie that did this scene first?
Thomas Crown Affair.
With the ladies specifically.
Oh,
was it the Charlie's Angel movie?
probably some much older movie.
So I did discover, when replaying the first level of the game, that if you fail these QTEs, you still get to progress, but you'll either like take damage or be denied access to an item that you might gain, like the AK in that first danger sequence. I would assume this one, that if we fuck up, we trigger the alarm.
I'm sure there was an easier way to do this, lady. I don't remember your name.
Sydney.
I swear she also hit the laser doing that.
Hey, what if you turn the... I'm sorry. Test. Just walk back. Yeah,
well,
you defeated it.
Yeah, they saw how effortlessly she got past them. Like, oh, it's not even worth trying, and just turned themselves off.
That's an impressive security system. I tell you what.
Finally, we have met our match. We are free.
I'm assuming. System link goes here.
Okay, Val, you're up.
I'm scanning the passcode now.
Any day now, Val.
Hey, what's wrong with...
It's been 2 seconds, you bitch.
Dang, this is gonna be tricky.
What's the trouble, Valerie?
Without some serious hacking, I won't be able to shut down all the security measures. There are just too many failsafes. I've managed to deactivate the laser wire.
This lady has no attention span that we're playing as. No patience.
I mean, at the very least, she didn't say in English, please.
I'm just thinking of the Brock Hardcastle
Brock
sketch.
Hardcastle.
Midnight
yeah,
Show.
that's what I was...
Big bomb, explode, many people die. Yeah, I'm gonna need that one again, Professor. Dog ate my homework. Etc. etc. I'll put that in the annotations for a funny comedy sketch. I'm just guessing. I'm winging it where we're going right now. I'm assuming, why not backtrack? Remember, this is a stealth mission. You can tell by the way we've been playing with it.
Mm-hmm. I've been thinking lately, thinking a lot about, like, spy shit, stealing shit. Not me stealing shit, you know. But, like, Phantom Thief shit, Lupin shit, all that. And I feel like modern day makes for a bad setting for thievery things. And I mean, like, extremely modern day, like now modern day. Because the answer to, like, preventing thievery is, like, have cameras. Like, have a lot of cameras.
It's like how it was so much easier to get away with murder back in the day because they didn't have, like, DNA or fingerprints or any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, hold on now. Oh, where was this? There was that heist in France not long ago where they just used a ladder, and that was it.
Well, that was a thing where they didn't, like, it wasn't a stealth thing per se. They didn't, you know, get in, get out unnoticed, which I think is the cool thing to do. They got in, right, and then they started stealing shit in front of everyone, and, you know, no one could stop them because that's a bad idea. You're, like, security guards aren't actually supposed to stop shit like that. So, you know, when we get down to, like, sneak in, get the thing, get out like a ghost, it's like, it's more fun.
Fuck.
Yeah, before there was, like, DNA tests, before there was cameras, before there was all this stuff, where it was about, like, you could just have a story where someone has to sneak by the guards and, like, time it just right between, like, the shifts changing and sneak down from the ceiling and stuff. And less stuff like, I don't know, social engineering or just wait for the truck that's carrying the thing to drive by and ram it off the road.
Yeah. Well, that's why most, like, fiction around now will have, like, a hacker on the team, so you could just get rid of those that stuff.
Or you break down security into what it is here. You see where the laser is now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
break
that's
down
a problem.
to
There.
where it
Laser...
is here, where it's just lasers. So it's like the stealth here is just like, how limber are you? How much can you stretch your ass?
Can I steal those guns? Also, how am I gonna get out of here? I guess that's one way to get out. You know, let's just see what happens. Let's play it out. I mean, this guy seems none the wiser. No, that's where the gas comes out of. Those small vents are where the gas comes out of when you interact with the big vents. All right, there better be a way to reset this shit. Wait.
But, you know, Johnny, that thing you were mentioning about that's why Modern Stuff has a hacker on the team. That's kind of why I was talking about earlier when you were gone. About in real life, like, if the cameras and stuff, or if the lasers started, like, turning off, like, would the guards in real life be like, we got a camera out in Sector 3, we need someone to go there immediately, check that out? Or would they be like, oh, well, guess it's on the fritz, oh well.
I guess my partner on the force is on the fritz, he just passed out. I guess I'll just keep going on my patrols.
You would think that they'd be on top of it, but then again, there's about a minute footage missing from a prison where something very important happened a couple years ago. And it's just like, oh well, I guess the cameras are just fucky.
Yeah, and again, that story, I don't think it was the loop. I forget where it was, but, like, where they stole, like, French aristocrat stuff. There were just no cameras in that room. Yeah, was it the Louvre? I thought it was, yeah.
There was that big heist of the Louvre, like, last year.
Yeah, there were just no cameras in the area they hit. They were just like, yeah, we never upgraded that part.
Let's check the stim pack.
It's the funniest.
Like I said, they were seen by security. Security couldn't do anything because security is generally not armed to kill like you might see in video games.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, and also by.
You see in the stim pack shit that I used?
Yeah.
Where it recovered my health, but now it's draining.
Huh.
What's the deal?
It's like adrenaline.
Oh yeah.
Like, what game am I thinking of that had that system where, like, you can heal yourself with adrenaline and it gives you health for a while, but it will go back down?
Oh, I don't know actually.
Why does this shit have
probably
to
have
come
played
with
a
like a
game that does
consequence? Why does this, the one time they give us a healing item in our inventory, why does that have to come with a fucking condition attached?
Fairkunk says most secure. Well, first off, Vesla says Far Cry 2. That's what I was thinking, but I don't think it's that. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I don't
in
think
which case
Far
I'm
Cry
right.
2 has that.
Yeah. But that was the first thing that came to mind. Fairkunk says most security is there, to be honest. When I worked at a department store, we would have... not a department store, it was a Toys R Us. I've said that before. When I worked at a Toys R Us, we'd have our, seasonal people come in every year. And inevitably, our seasonal people would be like, why does security not stop the people who come in here and steal shit? Like, we see them take it and walk out. And we say, like, that's not security's job. That is a fast fucking way to get sued if you physically stop someone from leaving the store like that. Even if in your head it doesn't make sense, legally you cannot do that. And we had some guy one year who was like, well, I'm going to take it into my own hands, and actually did physically stop people from leaving the store when they were trying to steal shit. And we had to tell him, for literally everyone's sake, don't do that.
Everyone wants to be a hero.
Also,
Protect that company's bottom line like a true hero would do.
Yeah, that's the thing I'd say. It's like, yeah, you're not getting paid enough to care. Yeah, I forgot about that. I think that's a very different thing, though, because I think in the UK, security has a bit more power for that.
I really don't feel like replaying this mission. I know we're in bad straits right now and that they're not going to give us any healing items. You know why they give us the stim is because we're not killing anyone, therefore they're not dropping healing items.
I Am Headful says he could have saved Toys R Us. He could have prevented the bankruptcy. If we just let him... Yeah. I was going to say let him tackle customers. He wasn't tackling people. He was getting in their face. You're still not supposed to do that.
I assume what the security would do is just they would clock who it is, and then that person's just barred, and then they're just like, okay, you're not coming back in.
Vesla says, hell, companies flat out tell you not to be a hero. Not Walmart. I'll tell you that. When I worked for them, when I worked for the Walmart family of companies, they had part of their training, which was if you were being held up, this is how you make the person holding you up with a gun not think that you're actively calling the police on them, and here's how you'll call the police on them while they're holding you up. Like, no! No!
It's not worth it. Okay, so I think what happened was we activated that one thing that opened the gate, then we went around in a full loop, then I got caught by the camera, and I guess that didn't really matter so much. So now do we come back out here?
Funny enough, I don't think it spawns guards when alarms go off. It just triggers the AI in the area, which I'll give them credit for. Because
back on?
No, they come back on. It's only a temporary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a really bad mission. This might be the one that turns my opinion.
Joe Dario says, can you tell us how to do that, though? It was bad advice. It was basically just go for the alarm while pretending like the button you're pressing is not the alarm.
Yeah, see, the smart thing you do is you have it like something you have to do with your feet.
What are we doing here?
So your arms are free.
Also, it wasn't like a system where there was an alarm button. It was a series of buttons you had to press into the point of sale machine. So it was like you were actively pushing things like, "Don't worry, I'm just ringing up you, robbing me."
That's way too
totally
complicated. Yeah, that's also like my understanding of Walmart. You have to correct me if I'm wrong here. That doesn't seem like a smart place to hold up, considering what I'm told they sell in Walmarts.
They're not loaded back there.
I assume they sell the ammo somewhere in the same store, though.
Yeah, but you gotta get an employee to go get the key. The whole hassle. And they're always in the back, and they're always doing something.
Oh, okay. I'll admit, that was probably some stereotyping on my part. I assumed it was just on the shelves.
I mean, they are, but they're behind a lock.
Yeah,
I will say, though, you go to any Walmart at the right time of day, and they're pretty standard times of day. Anything that's behind lock and key will just be open because they're restocking at that point in time, and no one is like, I'll just be gone for a minute.
I think we're about to get a boss fight, by the way, because the name of this mission is Sydney Savage versus Assassin X, crossing the line. And look at her crossing that line. Don't step in that laser, lady. Watch out for those big, heaping bosoms of yours. They're going to trip that laser right in front of you. Just saying.
Deuce, Val, I've made it to the final gallery.
Smashing, Sydney. What we need is the golden centerpiece of that exhibit. Grab it and get out of there. JC is waiting for you outside.
How am I supposed to get your gold thing? It's locked in some kind of fancy case.
Allow me.
Well, that was easy.
Check, Val.
I mean, I'm assuming there's still going to be some sort of... No, apparently not. Okay. Duly noted. Well, I guess I should turn the night vision off in that case.
No, you didn't heal, but if you... Game over right at the start here, it will heal you a little bit, I think. Oh, actually,
no, it
they
won't.
give you help.
But
Look.
yeah, yep, there we go. I mean, they could have just healed us between missions.
Yeah.
Same way they could have let us have our inventory.
I thought they give you like a little bit. Yeah.
I thought it
There's a lot of help in this room.
That's because there's going to be a boss fight in a second.
Assassin X?
Pepsi Man.
I thought
Pepsi Man.
Zero deep six your ass.
Step away from the case, Savage. That item now belongs to the hammer.
That's funny. I don't see your name on it.
Even in your hour of death, you jest. Prepare yourself, woman.
Ready when you are.
You ever see the lemon Pepsi lady?
So, hold on.
Pepsi lady.
Has auto aim been off this entire time? No, it's just they don't want me using it.
Yeah, I don't think she had much of a marketing thing, but she showed up one, and it's Pepsi Lady, and she has like a yellow beanie over the top of her head, like a whole head, to make it look like a lemon.
She had a Pocket Station game instead of a full PlayStation 1 game.
Oh, that'd be awesome. And I think, unlike Pepsi Man, she actually had a voice.
Wow, this whip's fucking worthless, but they only give you so much ammo, so...
I'm trying to figure out why this battle has, like, Japanese flutes over it. I guess
think he's supposed to be Asian.
No, I think it's because it's the
first time we've seen a bespoke boss health bar, isn't it?
Well, no, he's throwing stars at you and he's teleporting.
Something tells me the sniper rifle is not the right weapon for this. But then what the fuck is? Because all we have is the pistol, which barely has any ammo in. And the whip, which is absolutely worthless. Can I use that cannon in the corner? Think I can do damage with that? Oh, you know what? Ammo. Sniper rifle ammo. Come on, game. Get real.
Okay, here it is. According to the Danger Girl wiki, Assassin X is a ninja who uses guns, swords, and, quote, other ninja stuff.
Ah, very technical. Alright, I have an idea. Let's see if he knows how stairs work. He has a vague concept of the notion of stairs. Like I said, a vague concept.
Oh, he does not take a lot of damage from the sniper rifle.
Well, that's okay, because he's also stupid.
Yeah.
Yes, hurt me more, Cindy. Sydney. Whatever.
Am I getting hit? No. Now I am.
Yeah, he can sometimes hit you from that angle. Not often.
You're gonna kill him and you're gonna find Deuce trapped in a locker nearby having pissed his pants.
Okay. No, I think he's going to show in the same two spots because I think he has very set places that he can spawn.
Yeah, I should have guessed as much. Alright, pop up here now, and I'll pop the headshot.
This is like the final boss of 100 Fires Episode 1.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So what was that, Johnny, about 2 spots?
No, I said set spots. Didn't say 2.
Okay.
What did he change his mind?
I have a hunch, though, that he will never spawn where you're looking.
Ah, that might be it, yeah. You might be able to manipulate him a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you might have cracked it, Sharky.
Yeah, you can get like 2 shots
so I would
off.
I would always look to the left of the room, like here. Oh no.
Yeah.
He popped there.
No,
Maybe
you weren't
quick
looking
enough.
when he spawned in.
I need to go get some more health.
Yeah. Thankfully, there is a lot of health in the room.
I think there are approximately 2 more medkits in the room.
There's approximately 9 more bullets for your gun.
There, that's a worry, yeah. Unless there's another sniper rifle drop somewhere.
I mean, if you were just a crackerjack shot, you could do it with a pistol, I'm sure.
There
Oh,
we
wait,
go.
never mind.
You know, I think I found
Well, I think he has like
better
4
way.
spots where he spawns.
I think it's better just to keep running and dodging the shurikens. I mean, it felt safer because he was hitting the wall earlier when we had our vantage point, but I think this is probably the way you're supposed to do it, and is probably the more efficient way of doing it.
I
It'd be
probably
nice
would
if
have
the
done
auto
the way
aim
you
worked.
were doing it, just because I'd be like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
satisfied standing right here.
I think the safest way that you'll keep your ammo is to only shoot him when he's starting to teleport away, because his hitbox actually lasts quite a while. It's not until the green smoke completely envelops him that he's gone.
I mean, I'm going to win this fight. I absolutely have this in the bag.
Yeah.
Took it to phase 2.
Oh, that would be so mean. I would not be thrilled to have a phase 2 for this guy.
Like, this just turns into a Liza P fight. There's like 3 full-ass phases. Each one takes all your health.
I still have the pistol.
Yeah.
Oh.
And for a ninja, he's a real bad aim.
Yeah, because you have to be standing still. And doesn't really know how to shoot around objects.
I will rise again.
Hope JC kept the motor running, because it's time to split.
Nice work, babe.
JC, what are you doing up there? You're supposed to
I walked.
I'm here, aren't I? Now toss me that trinket and climb on up here.
Uh-oh. JC, I think we're in trouble.
What's the problem? Hurry up!
The
Stealing's illegal.
ninja is missing. JC? JC?
Damn.
I mean, he did say he'd rise again.
Didn't expect it to be so quick. Also, this makes the entire boss fight seem completely fucking pointless. JC in Bustin' Out. Yeah, she's busty, all right.
JC in The Sims, in Bustin' Out, in
like
The
it.
Herbs.
Wasting no time. You know what? Quick save. What's the worst that could happen?
Ah, splendid. You're awake. Guard.
That's just going to determine how many teeth you walk out of here with.
It will prove much more effective in private.
Oh, Sharky beat me to it.
Ooh, afraid of needles, are we? Maybe you'd prefer we move on to the probing devices, hmm?
Now you won't get smallpox.
Tell me that was it.
Oh!
Tell me that all that
Oh.
determines is whether we take some damage at the beginning. Oh, here we go.
Another syringe, hell. Okay,
So you
now
still get
let's
to
do it
play.
correctly.
Yeah, I can just... Should have
But
enough
also the
rewind
fact
buffer.
that shotgun just like mildly hurt her.
The probing devices, hmm?
Didn't tie her up very well, did you, mate? Hey, it's cool. The animation plays out different as well, though.
This is the world that RFK fears.
Oh. Take that shotgun just in time. Thank God this isn't a stealth mission, too. I don't know if I could bear it. Fucking shotgun. Alright, how long till we find a real gun?
Yeah. It's a shame because it's a one-hit kill. You just have to be so close. And this is a game where enemies don't flinch from getting shot, so... Funny enough, I think if that was changed, that would actually make the shotgun a lot
You
better.
guys still listening?
JC, it's Abby. Where are you?
I'm really not sure. I woke up in a strange room with this creepy dude hovering over me.
I have no interest in your sex life, JC.
Ha ha, Abby. All I know is this dungeon's right up your alley. Ancient construction, stone walls, floors, weird hieroglyphics. The Hammers made themselves at home here. They've got gadgets set up all over the place.
She's inside, Sid. Okay, JC. Sydney and I are outside, but it's gonna be tough for us to sneak in, especially with all the searchlights out here.
You ladies sit tight. I'll go try to knock out their power source.
So they were trying to figure out where we are, and all we had to say is, you know, there's computers and walls around, and like, oh yeah, we're there already. We're outside. You're inside.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that sucked. That knockdown. I don't have any other inventory items, right? I don't have like a system link. Not that it's gonna matter. Alright, so all I have to do...
It's a mechanic not enough games do, but I appreciate in Metal Gear Solid 4 that you could shoot from the floor. Because any attack that like knocks you down in a game, like a first person shooter, and you have to deal with a getting up animation. Like, can't I just shoot?
Ow. You know, restart it. I don't feel like doing half that stuff again. I guess I'm gonna have to do this again, but fast forward. And this time I'll preserve my health. Ooh.
Oh, I forgot what the frame rate was actually like there for a second.
Security Guru guy in chat says, this looks like a cross between Perfect Dark and Superman 64. So you mean to say it looks like an N64 game? It's actually a PS1 game. Close, though. It's
right generation.
Just you wait, there'll be rins we'll have to go through any second now.
Solve my maze.
There we go.
And Furkung says that was genuinely a cool scene as far as like the breaking out. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's girls getting shit done. I ain't gonna say no to that. It's like I said, like this Danger Girl property. I could be convinced to engage with this property, to read the comics or what have you. I don't know. I'm not above this. It seems real stupid, but that is not always a bad thing.
Deuce?
Yeah, like, the main thing I always, when the game is like, oh, like, impressing me, is usually in cutscenes. Not necessarily voice acting, but just, like, they do decent camera work, usually. The in-engine ones. And just little animations. I didn't mention it, but that cutscene with, Diddy, where she's, like, playing with the office chair and spins it around, that's not detail I'd expect from this era. Or from N-Space, knowing their other work.
Yeah, they were never particularly ambitious as a developer.
Yeah,
I will say. Vessel says Cass's one weakness: women. I mean, true enough.
You know what I think would improve this though is maybe if we just told Google's Project Genie to make Danger Girls, then we could get a new and improved version of Danger Girls that is a worse Danger Girls. I have not been able to stop thinking about this today. This article from Verge, where, like, Google's releasing some new AI shit that's like, oh yeah, you can make, like, virtual spaces and worlds and shit. And someone was like, alright, can you make Breath of the Wild? And Google just produced, like, yeah, sure, here's just Breath of the Wild. And the article said, like, you know, oh, Nintendo inspired. Like, no, it's just Breath of the Wild. It's just stolen Breath of the Wild, except runs worse and looks worse.
So the Google Stadia experience. Ayo, ayo, the hits just keep coming.
Google also just straight up made Metroid Prime on request. Straight up made a really shitty looking Mario game on request. Now listen, I'm not a fan of Nintendo doing people. But if they're going to make anyone into a wage slave for the rest of their life, I don't know, Google CEO. Maybe I wouldn't mind that.
Also, did you notice that this mission doesn't have a radar because we started with no inventory?
Yeah. Yeah, it's on me, but the first episode I did not realize the radar was a equipable item. I just assumed it was a mechanic.
It's a mechanic you can toggle on and off. You know, if you want the authentic experience of wandering around aimlessly.
I see.
This is the Metal Gear Solid 3 of Danger Girl games.
See, Magic Mouse in chat is shocked they were still publishing Danger Girl comics as late as 2015. I think the series is technically not over. Like, they do... I think when we covered it, they do, like, random special issues just, like, every so often.
Do they age in real time in the comics? Like, are they, like, just in their, like, 50s now, but still doing shit?
I'm going to assume no. I think they're just, like, perpetually young. And that most of the comics they do now are crossovers because the artist, what's his name, Jay something or other. Someone looked that up. I should have remembered that from the previous episode. Nintendo Power contest winner, Jay
Scott Campbell.
J. Scott Campbell. Yeah, I think he's like, you know, a comic artist for hire, so he ends up working for like Marvel and DC, which is how he's been able to like cross over Danger Girls with Batman and G.I. Joe.
I'm just saying though, having Danger Girls comic where they're in their 50s and like veterans at this shit and still doing it would be kind of badass.
No doubt. Then you'd have to draw like wrinkles on their face, and that's not hot.
Or you could do like the anime wrinkle thing where you just have like 2 lines flanking the mouth, and it's like, yep, old.
Now, I will mention something funny we did not mention last time, is that since around 2010, attempts to make a film based on the Danger Girls IP has been in effect.
Oh, that means nothing.
As recently as March 2019, apparently a writer and director, Jeff Wadlow, which I feel like I recognize the name. Oh, Kick-Ass 2. Well, hopefully he's still working on that, I guess.
You think I'll die if I jump down that hole? Well, ask a stupid question.
Yep.
It was a prompt response, though.
I do love how, yeah, just blunt it is. Yeah, this killed you. Don't worry about it. Huh?
Do you notice how many enemies they tossed at us in that previous room?
Sorry, the soundtrack just went, yeah, and that really tickled me.
I think we came from that way. Which means I should have just continued going this way, where all the enemies were. And can I reach that if I jump? Looks like I might be able to.
You know, the Danger Girls have really high jumps.
And you know what?
Head. Go for it. Try it. Can you get it?
It's hard to do when the
there
camera is not particularly great.
Yeah.
Purpose built for this kind of.
I Am Headful says with Google Gemini, Danger Girl movie adaptation is now closer than ever. Did you see that thing about whatever that fucking 1776 AI animated series people are talking about?
No.
Some new like patriotic movie about 1776, like all done in AI, that's coming out. It has actual SAG voice actors, but is just AI slop. And I'm sure there are people out there who are going like, this looks amazing. It does. The movie does have the amendments for the United States of which I guess is the best that AI can do right now, but good enough to make a movie.
Let's peep this draw in. They're building the pyramids in real time for us. Did I pick up any more AK ammo? No.
I'm gonna say that I do love this this environment.
This really did turn out to be a Tomb Raider game, a Tomb Raider clone at the end of the day, didn't it?
I was gonna say,
in line with the poll that's inspired us to play this game. So, okay, which way do I want to go? I'm having decision paralysis here. Can I go up these steps?
I just realized that you probably are in like actual tombs. I thought you were still in the museum. You were just like in the Egypt wing of the museum.
A very elaborately themed section.
Well, that's probably important. It's drawn on a different cell layer.
I pressed the button. Nothing happened.
I bet
behind you.
I bet you're gonna have to press 3.
The big thingy that was in that room.
Yeah, the statue. Yeah.
You want me to interact with the statue?
So. Let's have a look
just
at
see
it.
if there's something going on with this.
It's a cool statue.
No.
I mean, it's got to be something, right? It's
I think
like
it's set
Fulbright.
dressing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting the vibe of that thing from like old cartoons where something wasn't painted in; it was obviously drawn on a cell. And it's like, yeah, that's the book that's going to be taken off.
So is anyone reading chat?
The shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people are talking about the thing that I was talking about, which is Aaron Aronofsky produced. People are talking about how much he sucks. Kusi talks about. This got brought up in the Discord today, actually. That Kazuma Kaneko card game is coming to Switch. The one that was on mobile, and the one that was like all AI artwork trained off of him. Like, they say that they're like curating the AI artwork now for the Switch version, and they're going to be making new ones. All I remember about that one is that even when trained off of his artwork, the AI was still making shit that just looked like Elsa from Frozen. Because all it knows how to do is, like, pirate Disney. Security Guru Guy asks, do you guys, us, choose your games by vote or off of some list? Both, kind of. Some of our games are on our short list of things to play. We have our behind-the-scenes bad game Bible of, bad shit that we want to get around to. But we also have patron polls to decide what games we're going to play, which, in fact, this one is. Kind of, sort of. We had a patron poll for knockoff Tomb Raider games. Barbie Explorer won that one, but that ended up being such a short game that we moved on to our runner-up, which is Danger Girls. So yeah, if you're a patron subscriber, a Twitch member, or a Twitch subscriber, patron on Patreon, or YouTube member, you get access to the Patron Saints channel on our Discord, where you can vote in polls like this one.
That box is floating above the ground.
Yeah, the perspective in this room, it's very PS1 issue, but it's really glaring in that room for some reason.
Also, did you notice that I solved the puzzle by just finding another button and then pressing it?
Yeah, I figured that's what it was, yeah.
Do you think I can jump on this and get taken up a floor?
Oh, yep, which I don't think they would not expect you to do this.
Oh.
Well, then don't put it in the game, baby.
Yeah. Well, I know. I'm glad they put us in the game. This is amazing.
You. Whoop.
Wait.
Aha,
I made it work.
Stealthy too.
In short time, your fate will be sealed, Superman.
Alley-oop. They give me some more AK ammo, which is nice.
Yeah. One thing I want to mention is this level now going more Tomb Raider. It's a bit rough with how Siphon Field this game plays, because you don't really have a way to look up and down, which you've had to do sometimes for the platforming and the puzzles. Heck, I think you could look up and down in Siphon Field as well.
I think we have another boss fight.
I guess you would use that first-person mode, but it's awkward, isn't it?
JC versus Major Maxim in Maximum Firepower.
Also, by the way, Security Guru Guy saying they found us kind of off the back of looking for more stuff like Blight Club. I would say I think that's a compliment. Say that reminds you of Blight Club in some way.
Okay.
We know Dan Reichert, so he shows up here on occasion.
Major Maxim.
Yeah. No, we're a long time.
How do they plan to stop us?
That's for me to.
He gave me Taco Bell recommendations once.
Never find out.
Well then, perhaps I can persuade you to die.
This guy's a robot, by the way, or part robot.
Yeah, but yeah, long time Giant Bomb fans, and yeah, it's great to see what they've been able to do since going indie.
Wow, this is not working.
Oh, so
No,
tired. I'm sorry. I shouldn't yawn while I'm fighting you. That's kind of rude. Anyway, you've died.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to fucking restart that straight away. I took one look at that encounter, and I'm like, well, whatever I'm doing at the top of this isn't working. Stock up on as much ammo as I can. Hopefully there's a medkit around here, too. That would be fucking nice. Pipe bombs.
Jodario says, not gonna lie, these villain designs aren't very interesting. I'd say very high school sketchbook kind of level of designs, which is kind of where the 90s lied in comic book characters.
Yeah, it's probably a backhanded insult to say, but like when I think of like 90s comic book, like revived Nazi design. This is what they look like. That's not even Danger Girl, that's just in general, like where this kind of fiction was at the time.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm wondering.
So sleepy.
So yeah, I assume this is going to be a gimmick fight. Where is he shooting? Because it looks like he's shooting up.
Sorry, there's a mosquito in here. I just, oh, it's so fucking annoying. Just give me a sec. So Dario says, even the ninja assassins were super... Oh, okay, you said super bland. I thought you were saying super blind, which would have been funny because canonically he is blind.
Alright, shoot the moon again. Oh, damn it. It was fun while it lasted.
Security Guru guy says that this reminds them of Oni for PS2 and PC.
Bungie's
That's a
own
game
Oni.
I had that I wanted to like that game, and I don't know what happened. I bounced off it real fast and never touched it again. I feel like I could try playing it again, and I feel like I'd probably bounce off of it again.
That happens to me.
What
and
is
it's
going
like,
on
it
here with these
in the
pipe bombs,
tutorial.
by the way? Are these things just fucking absolutely worthless? Is that the
Are
secret?
they like the C4 where you have to shoot them?
Oh, never mind.
You
I
know
guess
what?
just
I
his
think-
head is his...
I think you've solved the combat puzzle. Ah, okay. That's what his yawns are for.
So he can heal them.
Okay.
I'm wondering, so
Does-
there's the electricity stuff. I feel like you're going to have to lure him into that or
I
something.
bet we won't. I bet it's literally just...
I bet it's the thing on the back. I bet it's the thing's on his back. Jodario says say something nice.
I like JC well enough. As a
Okay, so my
generic
hunch-
danger girl action protagonist.
My hunch for why it's this thing's on the back is, I know that stuff is like the super serum juice or whatever that keeps him alive and shit. So it's like, maybe that's his weakness. If you break that, he can't heal himself.
How
Easier
much
said than
ammo
done
does this
behind him at the
motherfucker
moment.
have in a magazine?
Yeah. I love when we get to say something nice redeems and then stuff like this happens at the same time.
Fuck it. I'm gonna take the death and I'm gonna load the save and I'm gonna try that again.
I mean,
see
look, you get to kill Nazis in this game, so that's always going to be a huge plus.
Alright, so we can trigger that again. God, that's absolutely
course.
worthless.
Yep.
Okay, so there's two ways to do this. One of the ways is that I'm right, which is you shoot him with the grenade launcher, so he goes into yawn mode, and then you
Yeah.
go behind him and just unload into his back. There's apparently also shit on the ceiling that can, like, hurt him.
Ah, okay. So something similar to what I thought maybe with the electricity. You know what, I bet, so
Fucking
I assume
hell,
when
this-
you do enough damage
I
to
think
him,
he's-
he does the yawn, right?
By the way, I think he starts the fight doing the yawn.
Do I have enough time to do anything? There's no
Yeah, it's
health in
once
this
he takes
arena
enough-
either.
Yeah.
It's once he takes enough damage, he'll start doing the yawn.
Okay. So I guess I'm going to try to get as much damage as I can in on this.
It seems like eventually you will break that, and it won't kill him, but it'll stop him from being able to get his health back.
Oh. With
I mean,
that
you
jump.
have seemed to flummox him to a point where he can't shoot you anymore.
Huh?
Oh,
Well, that's because his AI is fucking awful. Just as a general. It's just the fact that he never reloads. If he just had reloads, this fight would be so much more manageable. It's the fact that he has this
Yeah.
infinite ammo to spray here, which is so fucking obnoxious. And which
It'd be a very small
confuses
fight.
all the mechanics of the
Yeah.
fight. Pipe bomb. Blow up. Do something.
Yeah.
It's great.
And we know from the manual. What's he doing? What? Okay, rewind. I want to see what he was up to before.
I think I blew up the tank. And blowing up the tank will kill you if you are too close.
Okay, I see. I thought the pipe bomb just randomly went off.
Holy
and those barrels blow
fuck!
up.
This is awful. Just everything about this is dog shit.
Here we go. We found it. Found the moment. Always just gonna make Cass say, actually, no, fuck this game.
I mean, this is just so badly conceived. Without rewinds and having to, like, suffer the loads, the indignity of having to, like, reload this level, like, a dozen times over. So the pipe bombs are absolutely fucking worthless. We figured that out. You cannot convince me there's a way to use the pipe bombs here.
Unless it's, well, no, the manual said the C4 is the one that you have to shoot manually. Let me double check.
I blew myself up by firing too many.
Yeah.
The explosions will detonate the grenade. So as the explosions get progressively closer to you, you are detonating the grenade an inch away from your own face.
Next time you, like, restart this, I want you to take a look at the room so we can, like, establish where it's... Oh, wait, you just took out one of the things.
Yeah, but look at my health.
Yeah, but you're good, yeah. So C4 in this game, right, you do not use a remote detonator. You have to shoot it. Pipe bombs do have a remote detonator.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Famously, pipe bombs.
Make sure that
those
the detonator is
pieces
equipped.
of,
Yeah, you have to have the detonator equipped and press circle to use those.
Okay, equip detonator. You know, they only introduced the pipe bomb in this mission, so we've had no tutorialization, no idea of how to use it.
Well, I guess if you had a manual, then you would have had some information on how to use it. I do try to take that into account sometimes, that games back then did assume that you owned the game and were looking at the material.
Though, at the same time, I always think of, you know, Metal Gear Solid 1 was 2 years before this.
Sake!
And how much that game is like, no, we'll explain shit. You don't really need the manual.
You do need the back of the box.
You do need I guess they're weird anti-piracy measure. I wonder if that's what that's about.
Or anti-rental. Or Kojima being weird and wanting to break the fourth wall another way.
And that too, yeah.
Can
you wanted to try and put the dry blood on. Oh yeah, get fancy with it.
Where did it land? Eh.
Okay, so I guess your
great.
throwing strength is not how far you throw it, it's how high you throw it, which is useless.
Yeah, that could describe a lot of the functions and items in this game.
And Kusakusi does put a hole in the anti-piracy theory, because if you kept calling, they would tell you what the thing was.
Oh, you know what? I did not know that. I don't think I've ever tried calling enough for them to just tell you.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Wait, he might be broken again.
Yeah.
God willing.
Wait, so when he wanders underneath those things on the ceiling, those power relays, that's how you can hurt him. I think maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. I knew the electricity was... Oh, jeez. And that made the frame rate even better.
That's the thing I was saying. Next time you lost, I wanted you to look up so you could examine that.
I'm not going to get it to test it, but I also have a feeling that his... Okay, no. He does still keep shooting the air. I wasn't sure if we could manipulate his AI by getting him off camera, but no.
That's
I
not
have some theories that some of the UI and design stuff are just straight up mistakes. Considering that the sniper rifle icon is completely different from the model, and
I
how
electrocuted
pipe bombs
myself.
are the ones with detonators, not C4, makes me think that just they got the items wrong.
How did I electrocute myself there? How did I get electrocuted? I shot the thing like a mile away above his head, and it shocked the entire floor. So those things are worthless.
No, you just have to be standing in the right spot. Like it has.
I was a mile
when
away
there's
from
a
it,
big-
Sharky. I was a fucking country mile away from wherever that thing I shot dropped.
The first time you shot, you could see the shockwave of where that electricity was, which was fucking enormous. Like, it is humongous.
Oh, I accidentally went in here. I did not mean to. But the controls are so wonderful.
That's actually not... Security says, stand on a metal box, I'll save you. Actually, that's not an awful idea. Maybe standing on top of something off of the floor.
You know, if your game's not built for boss encounters, don't put them in your game. You're not obligated to. You know, that's the takeaway I'm coming away from this with.
Okay, are there... You're gonna die.
I'm
are there
close.
more... Yes. Are there more health pickups in this room?
No, not a single fucking one.
Okay,
I
just
scanned the
wanted to
entire
double check.
room at the top, and that's the one thing they refuse to give you in this. So if you came into this mission with no health from the previous level, you're just fucked. You're just outright fucked. Which is
And what's
criminal.
annoying about that there is you showed that you can just instant kill this boss, it's just it also kills you. Like, there's probably a theoretical spot you could stand in. But it's,
I mean, it seems like there's a lot of spots where the AI just stops functioning correctly.
I don't even know what to do at this point. This is so poorly thought out for what they're trying to accomplish here. I get what they're going for, but they have absolutely none of the game design know-how to make this encounter work in any way that respects the player's time or agency or ability to problem solve. Come out here, walk over here, because if I just stand here, he's gonna shoot here forever because he has infinite fucking ammo and he refuses to move. So we can just wait here for like the heat death of the universe. Nope.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I really do not know how his AI works, where he decides, I'm just going to walk around for a bit.
If he has any line of sight to you, your health is fucking draining from just looking at him. You can't circle strafe around him. I guess the best I can... Nope, he caught me.
Yeah, because he can turn just as fast as you can, yeah.
Okay. Let's try it like this. I'm gonna give up on getting any damage done to him in the first few seconds of the encounter, because that just seems like a fool's errand. I'm just gonna try to... So it doesn't really help at all. Doing that doesn't help at all. I'm taking damage. I'm behind cover. How was he shooting me? What was hitting me?
Possibly electricity that you were standing right next to. Never mind, that's not right. Honestly, good to know that electricity doesn't hurt you.
Okay, I have a pro tip.
Lay it on me.
So at the start here, equip the grenade launcher.
Okay.
And if you see the opposite way he's facing, there's like a crack in the wall. Run into there and then shoot him. I think you have like wait for him to do the yawn, then shoot him, and it should trigger him to do the yawn again.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay,
that seems like a horrible strategy.
So yes. So you want to get behind him with the grenade launcher here.
Okay, but he turns around. You realize that he has like maybe a grand total of 3 seconds at the top where he does whatever.
I know it's doable because I have video of this.
So I can get him to do the yawn. Right. But by the time he's doing the yawn, I would have to walk out of this, walk around him, get behind him, and then attack him.
You
so
don't need to go that far
nothing.
back.
Okay, if I don't go that far back, I'm gonna die from the collateral of the explosion.
Yeah. So you want to go like a little bit, here, about here.
And now I'm a sitting duck. Because if he starts shooting me while I'm in that corner...
Yes, because the grenade launcher, one hit the grenade launcher, instant puts him into the yawn animation.
The yawn animation is not helping me. The yawn animation is useless.
I'm following,
the yawn animation is a nothing burger.
I'm just letting you know, Cass, I'm following a long play that defeats this boss in like 10 seconds.
Well, that's great. There's probably some very precise strategy we're not going to...
Now shoot.
Yeah, Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah, with the machine gun. Actually, you have enough ammo. You might be... Can the grenade launcher not damage the tanks, maybe?
Apparently not.
I don't think so.
Like, granted, we're still cheesing this fight, essentially. Which is a huge mark against the game.
That took off half my health.
God, that explosion range is worse than I realized, yeah.
Yeah, you see why this is such a bad strategy, right? You see the frustration I'm having with this, because...
Yeah. Okay, I think what they do is they must run in there so that the grenade launcher doesn't AoE them, and then they run out again.
You know, that's already a bad start, because the controls are...
Yeah. It's...
I'm stuck in the wall, so I'm already fucked up. This is like such precise timing.
Me, the controller?
No.
You want to take a break? No?
No. I just need both of you to, like, stop making suggestions.
I haven't said a word in, like, a while.
It's horrible strategy. I'm sure it works great for the long play, but the geometry here is so imprecise, and the lack of auto-aim on the grenade launcher makes this deeply, like, not a great option. I missed. Okay, there we go. As good an opportunity as we're ever going to get. And now to take damage. Yeah, I think this is a bad
Honestly,
strategy.
I think you'll survive. If you shoot the tank...
Yeah, I was going to say, you still have room to back up.
Swap to the grenade launcher, like, as soon as the tank explodes. Don't give him an opportunity to turn around, I mean.
Ugh!
Yeah, I see where that attempt went wrong, like, a while back.
But in terms of what the game's run, it's like, keep it simple, stupid is the thing. They're trying too much for what this game is capable of. For sure.
Okay. Too close.
Yeah, now he dies.
Horrible.
Yeah, no, terrible.
Something tells me this guy won't be down for long. I better move it.
Shoot him in the head again! Kill him!
Good work. Dino Gem awarded.
Unfucking real. The amount of trial and error you'd have to do in real life, in a real situation where you're really playing this game on a real console in the year 2000 to figure that out is unforgivable.
Yeah.
The way that this game just punishes you at every turn, refuses to give you health for this encounter. Like, imagine if you saved over your previous save. Imagine if you came to this level with no health from the previous level, and then you had to solve this with 1 pip of HP, which means that you have no room. You have to be the maximum distance away. Can't even get caught by, like, a pixel of the explosion. Bad. Just bad. Just, like, really bad, frustrating design. It's like they noticed that Tomb Raider had boss fights. And they weren't good in that game either, mind you. In the original Tomb Raider, boss fights in the game fucking suck. It's just circle strafing and firing your dual pistols at guys who have way too much HP for just being burly dudes. So it wasn't any fun in that game whatsoever. And they're like, we can do that worse. We can one down that.
Yeah. I also get the impression trying the intended strat with the ceiling fins would have been way harder.
Because the field of effect, it's like everything in this game has to have 17 drawbacks to the one advantage it gives you.
This is a present from me to you.
Let
me
guess.
So am I
It says,
oh, there we go.
Don't come in here, no matter what.
Something like that.
Why am I not surprised?
Okay, Sid, you set up the explosives. Rig them to blow up and bury this whole evil temple. 2 times. Just give me enough time to take out Natalia and the machine. Got it?
Let's go save the world. Again.
Is it the temple that's evil? Or is it just the people occupying it?
Let's go save the world. I thought that cutscene was broken for a bit because they were gesturing at each other and saying nothing.
No, they were setting a mood.
Like,
they were setting a tone. Demolitions. Okay. Great. It's just
End of the game.
I think it
You
is
have two levels.
penultimate level.
So yeah.
Do we want to set it here so we can get in through this way? Because the door. Oh, I see. It's like that stim pack from the stealth mission, from the bad stealth mission. Also, like, had me thinking about how this game tries to overcomplicate. If this game was simpler, stupider, dumber, it'd have been better.
Yeah, that's why I said the keep it simple, stupid.
Kuzi says there's no bad or evil temples, just bad temple owners. I feel like we've talked about this recently. I don't know if it was on for this particular playthrough, but I was talking about like traps in like ancient temples and tombs, and how that's like not actually a thing. Like people weren't really like arrow trapping and booby trapping. It was Barbie.
Yeah.
That's not a thing people did for tombs. I'm thinking now, I think that's a thing that people in the modern day would do. Like, they'd go on TikTok and say, like, here's me building my evil tomb, episode 33. I'm installing the canister with the asps in it. And I was thinking, I think that might be what that girl who was digging a tunnel under her house was doing.
Yeah.
I think about it.
The first person I expect to do that is Nicolas Cage with his tomb that he's got prepped.
He's also going to bury the Declaration of Independence down there, too, along with him. It is his birthright. Ay. Yeah, that fight, I'm still thinking about it. That's to deduct a point off the score by itself.
Oh, that's going to get brought up during the end of game discussion. I know that much.
And I get the feeling the devs at least partially knew because it's its own level. So
yeah, so I had to put all the health packs in there to ease the pain.
But yeah, but it wasn't like
you've
got
just
a
full
long
of health
section.
packs, like wall-to-wall health packs. There.
Yeah, before a boss, like someone must have realized, oh, this is too hard.
All right. This must be progress.
Yeah.
I really don't want to use the sniper rifle. It's not good. In fact, I go as far as to say it's bad. Bad Game Hall of Fame. Oh, we do have an SMG, thank God.
Oh no, you have
every now
ammo,
and
not
then,
the actual gun.
Every now and then, people will like put out a game where it's like you can build your own like evil temple tomb full of like traps and stuff like that. Even if it's like a temple, like build your own like fortress, your own house, and like have other players try to break into them. I feel like those always come out, they always get hyped, and not a single one of them actually ends up working.
I know one that did that I actually did like. It has the worst name ever.
What was it?
The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot.
Oh yeah, that is a bad name for a game.
I did actually like it. I didn't stick with it for very long, even though I did buy like their first like additional character. Though I was on like a very bad PC at the time, so that's probably why.
I just remember.
I'm actually curious if you can still play that or not.
I just remember stuff like the Castle Doctrine, and I forget what the one that came out semi-recently was called, like Meet Your Maker or something. It was on PS5, but like, and a couple other ones that came out that like, I feel like that sort of adversarial design just never really clicks, because it's always going to come down to an exploit, I feel, one way or the other. Either there's going to be an exploit in which creators have a completely unfair advantage where there's something that you just cannot beat, or the players are going to find an advantage where there is no level that they can't beat because you can just glitch through it. But also, that sort of design, that sort of gameplay ethos of I'm going to make something that I don't want other people to beat, leads to making bad level designs. Like, that incentivizes bad levels for games, because you want something that is completely unfun and, like,
tell to all the people who play Mario Maker.
That is a Mario Maker issue too. Like sometimes those levels exist as like a puzzle. It's like, okay, can you figure this shit out? But when it comes up in like random play, and especially like on a casual level, it's like, yeah, it's like bad gameplay.
Speaking of bad gameplay,
the difference between Mario Maker and I'll just finish this thought. The difference between Mario Maker and those games is that Mario Maker doesn't incentivize you to have players never beat your levels, right? You're not rewarded because no one ever beat your level intrinsically. In those other games, like Castle Doctrine, you are specifically being given reward for making the worst levels of all time, which is why I think those games just kind of fail for the most part. Anyway,
speaking of bad
gameplay,
Where Am I Supposed to Go? It's one of those where the fuck am I supposed to go kind of games.
I don't know. That's why I went on a tangent to fill air. To fill air.
Also, I think Security Guru guy was bringing up Deception, Tecmo's Deception, Schoolgirl. You're filling a house with traps and monsters came in. Yes.
Yeah, Deception's cool.
A friend of mine was real into that series, and I thought, I was like, you know what, I should get in onto this. There's this game coming out, Deception 4. I'll try that. That turned out to be, I think, the worst one, I think, is what everyone came to the conclusion of.
Ron,
the original release of 4, I think most people hated that one, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have the one that comes with, like, it's like 4 and Nightmare Princess.
Where am I supposed to go?
2 games in one.
Hey, game, where am I supposed to go?
Look.
Shh. Where am I supposed to go? Someone look it up. Because I'm getting real sick of walking around in circles here.
I am.
That's what Johnny was saying, that he's looking it up.
Okay, so you're in the right spot. Equip the sniper rifle. You see there is a flashing light ahead of you.
Shoot it?
Yeah, shoot it.
We did that like in the first level, actually, just way closer.
I just completely forgot because this game forgets ideas, forgets about concepts, forgets about mechanics it introduces, like the QuickTime events. Also, where was that spatially? Where did that open?
Yeah,
what did that open? What are we doing here?
That's a great question. I think you're heading the right way, though. Yeah, I think it's...
Yeah, this doesn't seem right.
You were close. You're starting in the right way.
If there was a sprint button in this game, if there's any way to move any fucking faster so that when you inevitably get turned
the movement
around...
speed is definitely too slow, for sure. You're looking for a room that has like a big hole in the floor. No. Keep going the other way. There's kind of like a cross area. I think it might be... There you go.
Like, for a game that refuses to give you a fucking map, that refuses to give you, like, objective indicators, that refuses to hold your hand or help you in any sort of fucking way, they sure also make you move slow as fucking dog shit, so that when you do inevitably get lost, it takes the maximum amount of time to go back to where you started from to try and find the right way through. God help me if I need to platform across this.
Yeah, it's a shame because in earlier levels, if you did open stuff, they would actually do sweeping camera so you could at least see the path. And then just every so often, they're like, oh, we'll just do a cut, whatever. I was talking, I think it was in Hexymaniac's chat, about how often bad games, you know, they're not developed in level order, but they feel like they get worse and more rushed as you go on. And I mean, a lot of that is because the first level is usually what the most time spent on. Because it's like, if you get this right, this is like what guarantees a purchase, or, you know, the first impression. And considering how little people beat games, I get that mentality. And that's why this later stuff ends up being a bit iffy. And yeah, this game was a great example of that, because that first level had... That's like where all the mechanics and the presentation was all focused. And then the further we've gone in, like, Yeah, stuff comes back, but it's all intermittent and levels get more maze-like. And that the focus it had at the start is just gone.
So they do
yeah,
put these on the radar. They do put where we need to put the demolitions, thank God.
Yeah.
Did you hear that DJ scratch in the soundtrack, by the way? That
a little bit, yeah.
Awesome stuff.
You know, I'm starting to think of the amount of times that we say, I know games aren't created in linear order, but like the number of times we have to say that, I'm starting to doubt that
your own hypotheses about that. I mean, I could really get into this. This is a subject I really sink my teeth into, but I'm having a hard time playing and talking without getting deeply frustrated with this game right now. I think that's the primary issue.
Oh, I've noticed.
But also, like, are either of you two going to be able to pick this up? Are either of you two going to be able to understand these very nuanced controls? Is this an instant death pit? Yeah, that's certainly an instant death.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy. Nope. Jump across.
Oh, Johnny, what do you think?
You can
probably not
barely
gone
see this fire.
in.
You can barely see the fire here because of the transparency. This game should has not used transparencies. It has only been a net negative on the performance, on visibility.
Which is funny, because that was one of the things PS1 was good at.
I mean, it wasn't good at it. It could do it. There's a fine line between...
Saturn.
Okay, yeah, I'll clarify a statement. Good for the time.
It wasn't just
what
dithering, which
other
is what the
systems
Saturn had to do. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, I think GoldenEye
Maybe this would look better
and
if dithering.
N64. Not on stream, unless we had a bunch of viewers who have their computers hooked up to CRTs.
So I planted the last
viewer,
bomb.
Let me know.
So I planted the last bomb, and that unlocked the door, as if the bad guys were paying attention, keeping abreast of our progress. Like, all right, she planted the last explosive. Let her through.
I think the world is sentient. Because when you got past that laser trap earlier, it disabled all other laser traps. They were just embarrassed. They had been beaten by someone who was flexible.
All right. I would
Through the
love health. I would love to not restart this level from the beginning.
Yeah, they do seem like a band that would be up your alley.
Oh, yeah, no, they
Oh, colored lighting, no. Hell yeah. Another PS1 classic, colored lighting.
How many of those QuickTime events are we? 3. We've done 3 of them.
3, a grand total of 3. And if you ask me, that's 3 too many. Yeesh. I know, every level could have had one of those. They're not actually bad. In fact, despite the frame rate being awful in them, I think they are an excuse to do cool shit, cool cinematic shit that is severely lacking from the actual gameplay loop.
I think the problem is that they spread the first one and the second one so far out. Like, you could have very few of them, but just have them, like, a little closer to each other.
Yeah. It reminds me of the Resident Evil. Speaking of, because it's very similar to later levels in Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5 has that weird problem where it's a very long time before the first QTE cutscene happens in that game.
Also thinking about the original Uncharted, where like the QuickTime events were spaced out just far enough for you to forget that there were QuickTime events in that game.
God, I did not even remember there were QuickTime events in that game.
See, exactly. That's my point.
I've only played it the one time.
This is where the staircase rotated into place. I'm assuming it's this one and not the one behind us. Did we come from that way? We must have.
Yeah, because I think you walked through the bottom part of this thing earlier. Yeah, okay, someone to kill, which is a good sign.
Where was he shooting? Yeah, thankfully these enemies are also dumb. So
A saving
got that
grace.
going for them.
I just wish this game were a little nicer, a little more forgiving.
I think this is the way
a little less turn us around every time I take a corner. But I don't know, like it's so close to being a game that I could go to bat for, and yet it's not.
It has girls, it has guns, it's so close.
That's 90% of the battle. That's 90% of what you need to keep me engaged and interested.
Slime Generator joins the chat and says, sounds like the game's been going good so far.
Well, it's a cat fight to the finish, I tell you what. God help me if there's another boss fight in this game. Let Maxim be the final boss, and then have 2 levels after the final boss.
Oh,
I have some bad news.
I hope you're about ready to go, because this whole rock is locked, loaded, and dead set to blow. 2 times.
Good to know, Sid. Grab JC and get your hands on some transportation. I'm about to start my own brand of trouble down here with Natalia and her goons.
I guess we do gotta fight Natalia.
Yeah.
Ugh. The aiming needs to be, I don't know, a million times better than what it is. I feel like that is probably, like, honestly, if we're rating the pain points in this game, the boss fight's one thing. The lack of health is another. But, like, the primary issues are for a game that is not stealth forward, except for when it is, that expects you to, like, be popping headshots rather than engaging with the auto aim, which doesn't even operate half the time, that this interface for the aiming is awful, that it is so easy to overshoot or undershoot, because there's no speed in between this, which is way too fast to reliably hit anything, and this, which is as slow as a crawl. They needed to dial this in to somewhere in the middle.
I'm not going to deny that this game is, like, not exceptionally bad in that regard, but I feel like a lot of PS1 games were bad for aiming in, like, third person like this. Like, Sci-Fi Infiltrate was better, but it still wasn't great.
Yeah, that's going to be my main point, though. For how much this game is trying to copy Siphon Filter, they should have just copied it more and copied that game's aiming system, where it's almost entirely, like, yeah, you can free aim a little bit, but it's mostly lock-on base, and it does the thing where the longer you're locked on, the more you're guaranteed to get a shot, and that kind of emulates the idea of precise aiming. That's what this game should have just done. Like, just copy it wholesale. Who cares? It's the late 90s. Just we're still figuring shit out. Just copy it wholesale. It would not have been a problem.
Were those PS2 era Siphon Filters any good?
Not from what I understand. I have a friend. I have to check because they've renamed their channel a few times. It was PlayStation Paradise last I checked, but I think they've renamed again. But they did like a retrospective through the series, and one of the PS2 ones was pretty much mostly just made for multiplayer with a campaign mode made at the last minute. And then the other one is a PSP port where they removed all the blood for some reason. They like made it more teen rated for the PS2 version. It sounds like Cyberfield 1 and 2 is like the peak of that series. And then
Yeah, that is how I'm to understand it. I'm already lost. There's one room.
Johnny, you gotta...
Yep.
And I already have no idea how I'm expected to progress here.
Okay, so run towards the door.
Oh, fuck.
And then go up there.
People complain about yellow paint. If there's a game that ever needed a coat of paint.
Yeah. Oh, people shouldn't complain about yellow paint. It can be implemented poorly, but I'd rather be implemented poorly than not at all.
You know, there's a middle ground between no yellow paint and, having like excessive stuff, and we were seeing some of that in the first level.
Now, the hammer appears to be making some final preparations.
Is there any way you can put a stop to it?
Well,
May I see your invitation?
Oh, shit.
Come on.
Whoa!
Abby dear, how unpleasant to see you again. You're just in time to witness Hammer's ultimate victory. Guards, let the ceremony begin.
Natalia,
going, oh, this
don't
is
do
awkward.
this. You have no idea what that machine will do.
I know exactly what the machine will do. It will put the hammer in its proper place as rulers of the world.
Still trying to do that.
Authentic Russian accent on this lady too, boy howdy. It's...
Now, would you expect anything less? The machine will first transform this one man into a being of unlimited power. Then it will transform our entire army into an unstoppable globe-conquering force of evil. One that not even you, Deuce, or anybody would dare defy.
It won't work. The machine is cursed. It wasn't meant for evil.
It will do what I wish it to. Behold the hammer's awesome power.
Is the lack of pants necessary for the machine to work?
It's like this, like that shitty episode of Star Trek TNG where they find the super weapon, but you can't use it if you have evil intention. It seems like it's working.
And then he just dies of a heart attack. It's like, oh, well, I guess that didn't work.
What did I tell you, psycho? What did I tell you?
I don't know, is it not going to plan? Was something wrong about that?
Apparently not. Yeah.
Holy
We got another beeped line of dialogue, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh boy.
No, this is a beautiful frame rate. Every frame is a picture, literally.
I'm assuming shoot these. Good guess, man.
Oh, I see.
These effects
Doing to this.
These would look amazing on my GeoCities.
How many bullets does it take? Too many, that's how many. What's the arcade game where it's like a space shooter, but there's like Star Castle? They turned Star Castle into a boss fight. Much to the detriment of me, the player.
Why don't you just walk in there with him and then you get big too, and then punch him?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's a lot of very arcadey games that have done this, like rotating barrier.
Yar's
This
Revenge
feels like a
to a certain
very like
extent.
super effects chip kind of thing.
The frame rate is
Yeah.
making this actively impossible. If I restart here, is it from the beginning?
Yeah, like a super effects chip kind of thing.
You have to go through this again?
Of course it is.
Because this was the top of the level. I
Yeah.
forgot that there was stuff before the boss fight, that they didn't just make this a standalone level, the boss fight, that they did for the 3 previous boss fights in this game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Magic Meow nailed it. First boss of Metroid Prime.
There you go. Can't believe they ripped off Danger Girl.
I feel like a Tron boss in Kingdom Hearts 2 also does this mechanic.
Do you think I can climb up this ladder?
It's the most video gamey thing ever, but Danger Girl went the first, so I can't blame them for that.
Can I make it to the top? No.
Heck, that
I'm guessing no.
A recent DMC episode had the boss that had some similar gimmicks.
God, this Discord thing is fucking killing me, by the way. It gets worse and worse every night. I know this is a little inside baseball, and I try not to address the stuff during the stream, but I'm so fucking sorry, folks, about how bad the audio has been as of late. And I wish there was an easy fix for it, but by God, we've exhausted every single one of them, and none of them worked. So...
I do have some ideas, but I don't want to try them like mid-episode in case they get worse.
I think I dodged that. God, I hope I did.
Yeah.
Do I need to shoot out all of these? I'm guessing I don't need to shoot out all of these.
No, it makes it easier.
I wonder what the time is.
Assuming that they probably like, yes, they probably respawn themselves.
I think that dodge helped. I think you only took like a sliver of damage because of it.
The delay that is introduced by the frame rate being what it is.
Yeah, I had a thought. I was watching, and my like instant reaction was like, "Why is Cass shooting when the barrier's still up?" And then the next second thought was like, "I bet they can't help it. I bet that's just how much delay there is." And
yes.
I did not say anything because I was like, I'd be a dick for complaining. So I immediately
that homed in on me.
Oh yeah, that's just the game being bad.
Does it hurt if I walk through this? I can't tell if that's what killed me or if it's the big beam.
Extremely, it turns out.
No, I think that was them tossing a thing at me again.
Yeah. You've walked through those purple beams before without getting hurt.
I just want to get health. I just want to get health. Again, I can't tell because the timing...
No,
I have to rewind so far.
You might want to rewind further. Yeah.
I think he's charging, yeah.
And yeah, the fact as well that there's not much feedback on shooting these things, like they don't highlight as red when you aim at them.
Oh, there's basically no feedback ever for anything in this game. It's one of the major problems.
Hey, at least the dive's actually useful for a fin.
Only if there's nothing behind me. Because if it hits a wall, the splash damage is going to get me no matter what. So that's why you can't be anywhere besides this spot at the beginning of the level where there's like open space. It is a fool's errand to try and walk around because that just puts you in the danger zone for all these attacks. Huh?
Uh-oh.
That feels like it was missing a sound effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great music for this fight, too.
This boss music as well is lame.
There's a little marimba in this song, yeah.
Yep.
You know what trope I am kind of sick of seeing in games, especially going back to older games of the 5th and 6th gen, which is just like, what if we just made the guy big? What if that's just our boss? Guy but big. It feels very underwhelming.
Yeah.
It also feels just very trite at a certain point. It's like, oh wow, you did guy but big again, huh? Wow, bold choice, sir.
I think the Desert Eagle might do more damage than the AK.
Oh my god!
It looks like it, yeah.
Okay, now I've officially seen everything. Of course, now I get buried with the rest of the garbage.
Run, coward. Again, you've stolen the hammer's victory, Abby. But this time will be your last.
I just saved the world again, Unfortunately, you're still in it.
Stop doing that.
Just go for the M rating.
Uh-oh. Really, also only doing it in this level. No music?
It's more suspenseful this way. No one dropping health still.
I assume you picked up all the health in the boss arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what... Okay, someone will at least, but...
Oh, wait, you know...
I just wanted to check if you got all the health in the boss arena.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't climb up the ladders. Imagine if...
True. Yeah. I'm gonna say.
You're gonna say?
Though you can do damage to her early, you don't really need to fight her in this part. There's like you keep following her, and then eventually there's a point where you fight her.
Okay.
But don't focus on her too much. Like, just worry about the enemies.
I'm assuming I also shouldn't backtrack to try and see if there's health or whatever in that other room. You know, I have the stim pack for whatever that's worth.
Do.
We can have health for like a few seconds before
Keep you
it
alive
starts
a little
to
bit
deplete.
longer.
There's health over there.
Better than one hit killing you.
There we go.
That's good.
When would like ESRB ratings have first properly started?
Back in the Genesis era, late Genesis era.
Yeah, because before the ESRB,
In fact,
there was
Wario's
the...
Woods.
I don't know
had
why.
a KA rating.
Before the ESRB, there was, you know, in the wake of the Senate committee hearings, they had a temporary rating system that Sega had. First of all, Sega had their voluntary one, the one that they self-labeled for games that they were publishing and manufacturing and distributing and whatnot. And then there was a Senate subcommittee hearings that the ESA eventually, you know, uses as the impetus to start their rating system so that they can continue to self-regulate the industry rather than be regulated by government. And then it's like a few years after that they realize the flaws of the initial system. She's throwing knives at me.
Yeah. Because I realized the UK actually took a bit longer to catch up because a lot of PlayStation 1 games were using their own rating system. They weren't like the official one. That was more the PS2 era where that became official.
Let me see this real quick. You can't access the inventory while you're on the elevator,
but yeah, this is the final.
For whatever reason, I could not access the inventory while I was in the middle of that animation. Ooh, this is bad. Yeah, this game just shouldn't have done boss fights straight up. You know, I think that's gonna have to be what I do.
Immediately? Yeah. Yeah, it's like the end of Batman.
I guess she's not showing back up in the comic books.
No, Abby!
She rejoins the team later in the comic books, by the way. So it's
yeah.
Walk it off.
Oh, well, no one dies in comics. Oh yeah, she's fine, folks. Weird world where bullets are just like getting punched in the face. They don't really hurt that much.
Again, she lives and rejoins Danger Girl later.
She's the one flying that helicopter.
Oh boy. Well, first of all.
Yeah, good job, Cass. This is hard on the end.
Yeah, I earned that one, boy howdy. We'll save final thoughts for after these credits, because there is a section in this credits that I've been looking forward to. Boy howdy, what a bad boss fight. Barely even a boss fight. It's just a check to see if 1, you still have the stim pack on you, 2, if you have enough ammo, and 3, if you have enough health.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Believe it or not, that is not the bit of the credits that we are waiting on.
And yeah, I would have very sour opinions on this game, playing that final level
Animated by
without
Super
the
78.
emulation, save states and rewinds. That would have been real bad.
Like they use someone's forum name for the animator.
Voice casting and direction. Lanny Manila. Of course, you don't say.
Hell yeah. Ryan Drummond! Isn't that Sonic? Isn't that Sonic?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah, he's Sonic from like the Adventure era. I'm pretty sure.
All right, it's gonna be after special thanks. I think. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna hazard a guess here. Hey, Todd
Jim
McFarlane
Lee,
made the credits.
but not Stan.
Starbucks.
And his toys.
I'm glad Starbucks made the credits. Make sure that Moby Games has Starbucks in their database. All right, here we fucking go.
Bloody Roar 2, nice.
You can't put this in the credits of your game.
Diablo 2, Metal Gear Solid,
Bloody Roar,
2.
NHL 2K, it's Eiffel 65 Reconvene. This is the sequel to my console that we've all been waiting for.
They were familiar with Metal Gear Solid, you're saying? Huh.
Yeah, you know what's not on here? Siphon Filter. Mario Kart, though. Mario Kart made the cut.
MDK2.
The tunes we
yeah,
played.
BT.
They were just casually listening to some ZZ Top and Hans Zimmer back and forth, you know?
Wow, Tom Jones really is completely different from the rest of this list. Holy shit.
You can't put these... I guess
This
they
is
put
BT,
them in.
this is Steve Vai, let's do What's New Pussycat.
Incredible they didn't
I guess
list.
Auto Lock-On does work from the cover shooting mechanics. Just
not that I can make it
one
work.
time.
Slime Generator says these are like the credits to a Newgrounds Flash game. I was going to say this is like my GeoCities webpage in 1998 where I'm just like, people got to know what games I'm playing right now.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. Awesome credits.
Wow, more testers on this than I expected. Yeah, awesome credits though.
All those testers were asleep at the fucking wheel. QA slacked on this one, boy howdy. And I think there is one more little treat we get for having completed the game. Deuce, Val, on holiday. See you soon. XOXO, Abby, Sydney, and JC. There you go. That's what you play this game for.
Left JC in the Caribbean.
Never to return. Stranded.
Why does her bikini have pockets?
Suntan lotion in one.
Oh man, I just realized they never did a Home Alone where he gets stranded on a desert island instead of at home, right? They could have done that.
So you see this? You see how it says new games?
Oh, you could already go to New Game Cycle 12 if you want to.
This is level select, is what this is. So I could start the game from just right here if I so wanted to. I don't want to. I don't want to play this game again. But I'm glad I did play it. I think this is the point of the show in which we are going to give our thoughts. Let me just lower the music a little bit, since we're going to be talking in a minute. I hope this also affects the demo volume in the background.
Inversely, it's going to be super fucking loud.
Okay. So, this is the part of the show where we give our thoughts on the game we just completed, and we did complete it. That there's nothing else in this game that I'm aware of. So, Sharky, you first.
Yes. Glad I didn't play it. Glad I could pawn this one off. It's weird how they had, like... I'm not saying they had great potential from the start. This always seemed like a game that wasn't for me. But it seemed like there was a better game from the first level that did not carry through the rest of the game. Just like a lot of things went missing. A lot of like gameplay mechanics kind of did not show up again until like way later for you to remember them. Like the quick time event stuff, like shooting a lock to open it, which we didn't see until like the penultimate level and like Stami does for a while. And yeah, a very clear lack of signposting. Like in the very first level, like you mentioned this several times, where the game would be upfront and saying like, "Oh, I got this. Good. Now I can do this." And that's a real simple way to keep momentum going forward. And then you just immediately drop it. I think really like kind of like the greatest issue that this game has in my mind. Not having had hands-on, not having touched the controls. From an outside perspective, it seems like the greatest issue is level design. Is like the environments you're going through and like what challenges it decided to place against you, like the freezing section. That sucked. That was not immediately apparent that you had to turn on the heating units. We didn't even know there were heating units for like a bit. Having triggers that you had to turn on to then spawn enemies that would have the thing that you would have to go back and get. Like, you would have no real reason to go back and find an enemy in a game that generally keeps enemies unspawned to find keys. The laser system, like, you're very clearly jumping over it, and it's not registering you as having jumped over the laser. There's just a lot of level design flaws that I think is really what drags this game down. And I'm going to count the boss encounters in that too, because the boss is basically like, except for that one ninja, the two other bosses are basically like level design puzzles, and they're bad puzzles, because they're set up in very bad ways that are frustrating to deal with. Yeah, this seems like... Again, this never seemed like it would be a game for me, a game that I would really get into. But looking at this as something that someone who likes Siphon Filter might like, man, this really drops the bag. Drops the ball. This really kind of shot itself in the foot right past the first level, in my opinion.
Johnny?
Yeah, so when we just had done the first level, the impression I got was that, maybe this is a game that people highlight as negative because they just don't remember how janky third-person shooters were on PlayStation 1. Because it seemed like, not entirely up to Cyberfield quality, but like a slightly cheaper, jankier take on that, but with like a very different tone, and it seemed fun. And then, yeah, just after that first level, it just seemed like trying to do anything more than what that first level did was asking too much. And the more ambitious they got with like the size of levels and the scope and the puzzles or navigation they wanted you to do, or the combat encounters they wanted you to go through, it just, yeah, unfortunately fell apart the more they were trying. It's a weird thing to say. Well, no, they were definitely trying that first level. But like to keep that progression up that game normally has, of like, well, it's supposed to be like a slowly peaking level of difficulty, but it's just, yeah, got more and more awkward. And it's a shame, because even if you don't know too much about the comic, like a lot of personality comes through in the characters and the cutscene direction. The voice acting is all over the place, but not in a way that's like not that much of a negative. You just enjoy it more than anything. But that doesn't save it. It's just, yeah, the design just got so obtuse and less polished. It's like, it really feels like some of the designs, even when they were intentional, like, oh, this is the way we want you to do it, I doubt even playtesters maybe go through them that way. Like, I can't imagine most playtesters beat that mech boss the way the devs intended, because it doesn't seem to work. And when you were doing the stealth, like, more and more of the more advanced stuff they did outside of just the kind of run and gun stuff just didn't seem to really work. And it's the KISS, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And like, if they kind of just stuck more for that, probably leaned more into doing those action QTEs, but like those kind of cool encounters, and just kind of gone for a more like cheesecake shoot 'em up thing, I think this could have been like a weird, charming jank thing.
That game exists, by the way. Not to cut you off there, but VIP starring Pamela Anderson, an entire game of QTEs where you play as a lady secret agent. So
yeah, not quite that far, but at least like, for example, if that final boss encounter had been like a cool pre-animated thing in the style of those QTEs we had, instead of like just bullets sponge who survives first is not a great way to end off the game, for example.
What if Asura's Wrath just started Pamela Anderson?
I'd buy the shit out
now we're
of that.
talking.
I might play that fucking game.
The only other thing I'll touch on is it's a minor thing, but music was just weird in this game. Like, sometimes it was very appropriate, and then sometimes it sounded like a horror game, or way too chill for the tone that was happening. Like that boss fight with the big guy, and it was just like, yeah, marimbas and glockenspiels and sounds, because you're in an ancient tomb, and it's like, yeah, but we're supposed to be fighting this epic thing. Yeah, it's like, it's a weird one. Like, not unfinished, but definitely unpolished. Like, if you said this was kind of like a first draft ideas they had, I'd believe it. But yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. You could have took this game and maybe like more polished, done something better with it. But yeah, it falls under its own weight is the way I would summarize it.
Very good. Okay. Tuck in for a long one. Okay. So, first things first, let me just get the narrative complaints out of the way. I don't really have narrative complaints. It's a comic book adaptation. It doesn't need to be anything particularly special. It's not trying to be anything particularly special. It would be nice if a spy thing had more in the way of intrigue and espionage, but that's not what the Danger Girl comic is. Any sort of secret agent stuff they do, like, seems to very quickly fall apart and devolve immediately into gunfights and explosions, which is, I think, what you want if you're reading a comic called Danger Girl, where all the covers are just, like, girls with their boobs out. You're coming to this game. I mean, look at this title screen, for God's sake. Well, I guess don't look at it right now, because it went to demo mode again. But, like, the comic seems to be very stupid in a way that I could find endearing, especially if I was, like, you know, if I had picked it up in the 90s. It does kind of stink that they don't get into they don't really explain Natalie or her role, all the, like, the context from the comics that informed, like, why she's the villain in this game. And it's also a shame that they invent a character that doesn't siphon back into the comics. That's just a missed opportunity. I assume that more people bought this game than read the comic book. Is a point I was trying to make earlier, then kind of meandered and lost my own point earlier. So I feel like, you know, and JC is kind of like the standout character in this, for as little as any of these characters really do. I liked JC the most. I thought she had the most personality. I thought she had some of the funner missions. I think she was a neat addition that they probably should have capitalized on, that J. Scott Campbell should have recognized. Like, well, people are going to be coming from the game to the comics, potentially. Maybe we should feature this character. So I guess my narrative complaint is that the comic book didn't do enough to capitalize on the video game that had come out around it, at probably the apex of its success. But whatever. We've made comparisons to a lot of games. A lot of different games during this playthrough. Siphon Filter. Tomb Raider. And there's one that I've been holding back. And it's kind of the most obvious one. Not necessarily in terms of gameplay, but in terms of concept. No One Lives Forever comes out a month after this game, starring Kate Archer, female secret agent, who is just, like, uber cool, infinitely, like, skilled, is capable of stealth and action, is kind of like what these characters are seeking to, like, sort of be, except, like, way better realized and written with, like, actual some amount of, like, of depth. And, you know, maybe she's not sexed up in the same way that the Danger Girl cast are. But, you know, I also bring that game up because you're doing so much more in that game. Another game I could bring up that also releases in the year 2000, I think it came up earlier, Perfect Dark, starring Joanna Dark, an agent who gets up to a whole bunch of business in the middle of her missions. That includes, you know, not just shooting, but, you know, doing some amount of spy shit, hacking devices, stealing prototypes. I bring all this stuff up because this game attempts to do things outside of its lane. This is a point we've made, that the keep it simple stupid. I feel like they should have just dropped the spy pretense, because it made them make a bunch of decisions that were not to the benefit of the game. If this game was just a straightforward run and gun, and they had been able to focus on tightening those mechanics more to where the auto aim and the dialed in aim seen on screen here were a lot more tighter and more responsive. But I think what happened was, this is my theory as to why this game controls like a piece of shit and is so tedious to play in spots, is that the stealth was kind of an afterthought, or was just not in their fucking wheelhouse, but they felt obligated to include it because secret agents, because they're not just girls with guns, they're also hackers and mechanics and Australian. I'm just classifying that as a type of secret agent you can be. And I feel like they got kind of lost in the sauce there.
It was outside of their wheelhouse to have Australians. That was like the technology was not there to properly have
the
an
PS1
Australian
just
accent.
could not render
The fifth generation.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. Luckily they nailed it with the PS2. It crumbles under the weight of trying to do more than it should have. It is the point we're going to keep coming back to, that all of us, I think, keep landing on. Because I think it's the incorporation of those half-baked stealth mechanics, the peeking around corners that doesn't fucking work, the crouch button that doesn't really do much to help you, the idea of engaging people while they're not aware of you, and that's primarily what the zoom-in view is meant for, is to pop those headshots before people even recognize you. And just none of that stuff works. And then to try and do boss encounters, which is the number one pain point of this game. The worst parts of this game by far were the boss encounters, because they just didn't work. Because they expected a degree of immediacy and reflex and thinking and moving on the fly that this game just cannot facilitate. And again, if they had tried to do less, it would have opened them up to doing more with the base controls and the base action. Hello, Oboe Shoes Games and Raiders. We are just giving our final thoughts on this Danger Girl, a game that is... Oboe Shoes actually asked, do you like this game? I thought it was meh. It's not great. It was definitely frustrating. The boss fights, as we were just saying, very poorly implemented, to the point of deep, deep frustration and pain.
You can pinpoint in this episode the exact mission and exact boss fight in which the mood turned on this game as a whole.
And what's frustrating about it is that I think with just such minor tweaking, I mean, the frame rate, we could bring up the frame rate, the frame drops in those QTEs in particular. That's an optimization pass. That they could have done that at some point during development. They should have done that at some point during development. But also, year 2000, where we're looking back on this with more critical eyes, more concerned with matters of frame rates than people at the time would have been. People would have probably accepted that. Except during, when it fucks with the boss fights. When it was fucking with that last boss fight against the floating guy. That was where it really was getting into the weeds. I feel like such minor tweaks as just ditching the stealth completely and really redoubling down on tightening up the gunplay or just streamlining it in such a way where it's auto-aiming from way further away, that you're just way more accurate, would have gone a long way. Because just conceptually, I like running around with a girl as a gun. I am a simple girl. My tastes... I am not above trash of this nature, but it's just so distracted by itself. It's asking too much of you. And the lack of signposting is definitely a major issue. The lack of mission maps that you can consult and cut away to. The radar is just not substantive enough. And this would have been post Metal Gear Solid. I mean, hell, they showed it in the games they were playing at the end. Metal Gear Solid. You think they could have taken a few cues from the Soliton radar system, which is to say the idea of actually showing geography, walls, buildings, giving you some sort of system of where you can know which direction you traveled from and which one you're going in.
They could have taken cues from NFL Blitz too, but they didn't. Another drop ball.
But the amount of cues I took from Magic the Gathering. I mean, look at this card that you pick up here. Security cards, Magic the Gathering cards, same difference.
Come see me when you're all grown.
If I'm stammering here, it's because I want to like come up with positive things to say about this game. I don't want to completely hate it. I don't think I completely hate it. I got really frustrated at it. I got really mad at it during those boss encounters. But like, I don't know, there's something about it. It's not enough to like get it past that 2 out of 5 that it is like firmly slotted into in my mind in this last episode. You know what? Here's what they could have done. I said make the game dumber, more of a straightforward shooter, just a generic action game. This is another point I made. That M rating, they should have just embraced the M rating. They should have just done a fear effect. Have them curse, have there be blood, have them do more suggestive stuff, honestly. Like, if you want, like, it's crass and, you know, benefit of, like, I'm talking about, like, in the year 2000, things this game could have done to stand out more. Just have them show boob, have them show political boob, be the game to do it, beat Tomb Raider to the punch on that, or, you know, like, one-up Tomb Raider, and just have their tops fall off. Like, am I saying
It's also so weird that they flirted
suggestion?
with cursing in the very last level, right? They wait to the last level to start doing the whole cursing thing, and they bleep all of it out. Like, why'd you even bother? Like, did you just introduce it at the end to just be like, reminder, you were not playing an M-rated game this entire time.
Johnny, you had something to say?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I think when I think about this time, I feel like the Rainboards would have just AO'd it with any nudity of, like, quote, this visual fidelity. It's... I do get the mixed feelings on this, because it's not without charm at times. Which, I can think of other games in this style that do lack charm.
That are just utterly generic.
Yeah, which is why, like,
yeah.
I think in a ways it's like, it doesn't feel great to dunk on this game, because you want it to do better than it did.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. I had high expectations, undeservedly so, unwarrantedly so. This game did absolutely nothing to deserve my higher expectations, other than having girls with guns in it. But still, I want to pull for it and root for it, and I just can't. And that's almost what makes me the maddest of them all. That's almost the most frustrating thing, is that I can't mount a particularly good defense of this. As much as I'm like trying to find the words and articulate some sort of defense for it, I just can't. Oh, JC, you deserved better. You deserve to star in a better game. You deserve to not just appear in this one video game. You deserve to star in your own standalone video game, JC.
I do know one game with a very similar style a certain body worked on that is worse than this, in my opinion. So there's that. So it's one. Put it on the back of the box. Better than Tomorrow Never Dies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll get to that one, won't we? So many games. We mentioned VIP. We'll get to that one, too, won't we? So many bad PS1 third-person action games. But that was Danger Girl. That was the one we chose to show off this go-around. And I don't think I can find any more to say about it. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I almost feel like, I know we go so long on the thoughts anyway. That was like 20 solid minutes of us just talking after the game, but it still feels like there's something that should be said. I don't know what it is. It's the frustrating thing about a game that you want to be good and that actually disappoints you, is that when you're trying to find that that argument that sews everything together, and it just feels like there's something more, but there's not. There really isn't. It's like PAX Corpus.
Much like the game itself.
Remember when we played PAX Corpus? You remember that game? You remember the Aeon Flux game that wasn't? Ooh. We play a lot of bad games here on the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Funny that. Perish the thought. But hey. Folks. Oh, sorry. Offset. Whoop. Drag this into the center of the screen. And yeah, I picked out this background just for me. From the comics. I think this is actually Natalia. I think this is actually Natalie. I think this is actually the girl who died in the ending to the game here. but didn't really die. She comes back.
Peace in memoriam.
Everyone comes back. No one ever really dies. Thanks for tuning into our Danger Girl playthrough. Thank you for putting up with the frustrations. Thank you for voting for this game. Well, I guess, came in second place. Everyone voted for Barbie Explorer, and this one came in a close enough second that we felt obligate to come back around to it. Thank you for participating in that vote and for steering us in the direction of Tomb Raiders that weren't, or other Raiders of Tombs, whatever we called that poll. Glad we got around to this game. This game had been a question mark for me, because it's one that's been on the list, on my bad game Bible, my list of bad games that I keep track of and keep track of the birthdays of. And I always just looked at this one from afar, and I'm just like, it can't be that bad, right? Turns out it was. It's not the worst thing we've ever played by far, but definitely, the critics got it right with their scores at the time. I am forced to agree with them in their assessments of this game. But, one thing we can't force you to do as an audience is to tune into our upcoming streams. We hope you do. We hope that as we read the stream schedule here, something jumps out at you that you might want to join in on. It's like this coming Saturday, January 31st, will be Bad Game Chance Time, episode 24. Bad Game Chance Time, the show in which we play randomly determined games by hidden spinning blocks that lock in a console, a genre, and a poor schmuck stuck playing. All three of us will be there for that one, because I want to decrease the odds that I have to play a game, increase the odds that one of you has to play a game instead. That's always the move.
Yeah, how'd that work last time?
Badly. It worked out very badly, but a girl can dream. A danger girl can dream. Monday, February 2nd, you can join us for Casual Mondays, a show where we play not-so-bad games, shoot the shit, so on, so forth. A good time is always had. And then the big thing on the schedule here, Tuesday, February 3rd, we pushed back episode 3 of DMC Devil May Cry so that we can celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Bad Game Hall of Fame. This brand of ours. It's wild that we've been doing this for 10 years. I guess it's not that wild. I've been doing this shit for effectively 24 years at this point. I've been doing it since the late 90s, early 2000s in some form or fashion under different names. But Bad Game Hall of Fame is the brand we are celebrating. It's the one that has lasted the longest. So why not celebrate 10 years of the Bad Game Hall of Fame with us? We're bringing every ET game that we can get our hands on, and we're going to play through a whole ton of them, a whole bunch of ET games to ring in that 10th anniversary. And we'll also look back on 10 years of the website, 2.5 years of streaming, but our time writing overly long articles, and give some inside gossip on what it was coming up with the writing, getting fairly popular for the writing, and then deciding to stop writing and pivot to the streaming thing. Secrets will be revealed on that particular episode, so please to tune in and celebrate alongside us. And then tune in Thursday, February 5th for DMC Devil May Cry episode 3. That's a look at the schedule. That's as far ahead as I care to predict right now, as I care to reveal. So, hey, if you like what you saw here tonight, you might consider joining the Discord. That's discord.gg/BGHOF, a community of connoisseurs. Talk bad games, good games, every game in between, things that aren't video games. Or join our Bad Game Club, Bad Game of the Month, which is coming to a close, obviously with the close of the month. People were playing Habitrail Hamster Ball, Data Design Banger, and its associated spin-offs. But we will have a new game for folk to commiserate over, to share in the pain of, coming up shortly. So Johnny, do you have any ideas as to what that might be?
I'm thinking of something. Maybe related to this playthrough, actually.
Ooh.
We'll see.
There you go. So look forward to that. And if you really like what you saw here tonight, you might even consider financially supporting the show, pledging on Patreon, subscribing on Twitch, becoming a member on YouTube. Any or all of the above will grant you access on that Discord server to a Patreon Saints channel where you can vote in polls the likes of the one that determined that we would play Barbie Explorer followed by Danger Girl. You can make suggestions to help steer the direction of the show, gain access to exclusive content by way of exclusive VODs and the like, and also just know that we appreciate you and be recognized by us for your contributions to helping keep the lights on here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame. But of course, if you can't financially support us, we completely understand. If you're looking for a way to support the show still that is free, you might go over to our YouTube channel, check out our suggested viewing playlist, which is 20 handpicked episodes that we think make for some of the best onboarding onto the show. Or if you're a new viewer, and this is your first time watching us, check out that playlist for some of our other recommended episodes that we think do a pretty good job of onboarding folk onto the show, showing off what we're all about. Or maybe you know someone, if you're looking to go the recommendation route, looking to help us out by sharing the show. Maybe you know someone who's into stacked blondes. I can think of a couple. And you can show them this game. And we leave it to your discretion, when it comes to that. Once again, thank you for tuning in, joining us. We should see about a raid. Keep trading the viewers off to different shows, to different streams. Who's playing what right now? A perennial question. How's about we send folk the way of one Link to the Pabst, who is playing No More Zeros, which I believe is No More Heroes. I think they did something funny with their stream title there. Let them know the Bad Game Hall of Fame sent you. If you're looking for an action game with hot chicks in it, acting sexily, I think that game might have you in spades. That one, if I recall correctly. So that'll be the thematic through line. Have I been talking too much about sexy women and hot babes? It comes with the playthrough. I'm self-conscious about it.
Yeah. This is the playthrough to do it. So
this is the playthrough to get it out of my system. I mean, I don't know. Before we start the raid, I guess I'll say at the end of all things, at the end of this episode, that I have been being a bit more. I don't know. I'm trying to have more fun during the show. You can tell it went great during the boss fights this go around. You can tell my philosophy and my outlook really carried me through that, didn't it? Boy, howdy. But I don't know. I've been trying to be just a bit more fun-loving and casual while talking our way through, while commenting on these bad games. You got it to keep from crying. You got it to keep from going crazy just playing these bad games. So we'll see how that continues to manifest as I continue to find my voice 2.5 years in, to find a new voice, potentially. Much like the old one, but maybe slightly differently pitched. Anyway, go follow and do the raid thing and let them know the Bad Game Hall of Fame sent you. Yeah, and that will do it for us here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame. That will do it for Danger Girl. I have been... Get back to me last. You two do your...
I've been Charky. Games played during the making of this playthrough. Audio Surf, Elden Ring Night Rain, Anders 2, The Cursed Coast, Ace Combat 5, and NFL Blitz.
I've been Johnny Baghead. Hi, Mum.
And I've been Covert Cassidy. There we go. I found the alliteration. As long as I can find the alliteration by the end of the show, I'm content. And on that note, bye.
Good night, everybody.
Toodles.